Fans, the Southern Conference ended. Member institutions promote good sportsmanship. I am student athletes, the coaches, and the spectators. Here's much good cooperation by supporting the participants and umpires for positive measures. Profanity, racial, or sexist comments or other intimidating actions directed at umpires, student athletes, coaches, or team representatives will not be tolerated around the rules from the facility. We thank you for your support of the South Carolina Conference. And now, taking the field for Tusculum, Pioneers. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that you please stand and gentlemen, remove your caps as we honor our nation with the playing of our national anthem.
Good afternoon from Greenville, Tennessee at Pioneer Park, where Carson-Newman puts its 6-game winning streak and 5-game winning streak on the line in the first of 2 with the Tusculum Pioneers on this beautiful Saturday afternoon in Greenville, Tennessee. Andrew Rogers, delighted to have you alongside for today's 16 innings of baseball. Our first game will be 9 innings. That's the scheduled length, and then the second game in the series finale will be a 7-inning contest as Carson-Newman and Tusculum tangle for the first of 2 today. The Eagles rallied from multiple deficits in yesterday's series opener to win the game 8-6. Eagles scored 3 times. Last comeback was in yesterday's 9th inning. The Eagles scored 3 runs with 1 out. A game-tying base hit from Matt Bishop and a go-ahead game-winning RBI single from Colton Evans was followed by a Cole Nathan sac fly to cap a 3-run ninth to propel Carson-Newman into the win column for the 6th straight time and help the program to its ninth inning comeback in the last 11 years, the second this month and the second this season. That momentum is what Carson-Newman has coming into today's game, and they will face off against a Tusculum team that is headed in the wrong direction. They have lost 6 straight now, and will send Bryce Anders to the mound in the series opener here in Greenville, Tennessee. Numbers on Bryce Anders. This will be his 7th start of the year, 8th appearance. He has 2 wins, 4 losses, and 27 2/3 innings pitched, a 7.1 ERA. For the senior right-handed pitcher, he toes the mound against Colton Evans, who leads off for Carson-Newman on what is a 72-degree, partly cloudy day here at Pioneer Park. Perfect baseball weather as Bryce Anders works into his windup. The first pitch is across the plate and fouled off by Colton Evans off to the right side at 1:03 p.m. Colton Evans had a great performance at the plate yesterday. A pair of hits for Evans out of this leadoff spot, which he has been so good in for Carson-Newman here this season, as Anders winds at his 0-1 offering as a breaking ball in the dirt from the senior, and it's 1-1. Carson-Newman in the orange uniforms today, blue helmets when they bat, blue ball caps when they field. Gray pants as well for the Eagles, who wear those orange jerseys today as Evans bounces a ball to shortstop. It is misplayed by Caden Rector. It looked like he had it in his mitt, and then it went underneath his glove, and Carson-Newman will have a base runner on a ground ball to short, which I presume will be Tusculum's first error of the weekend. This is a team that has committed errors in more than 80% of their games this year, and that's how this contest begins here at Pioneer Park. It is a fielding error on Caden Rector at short. That will put Colton Evans aboard at first base for Maddox Green, who did not play yesterday but gets the start in left field today, as Evans dives back on a pickoff attempt from Anders. Mentioned Carson-Newman in its orange uniforms today. The Pioneers in white uniforms, orange lettering across the front that reads Pioneers, as Green shows bunt, takes the ball outside. 1-0 on Maddox Green, the freshman from Deep Gap, North Carolina. Pioneers have white pants as well. Their baseball cap is white in the front. It's an orange bill with black behind the cap on the back side of it, as Green tries to bunt a 1-0 fastball, but just clipped it off his bat, foul behind home plate for strike 1. Maddox Green gets the start in left field today. As we mentioned, did not play in yesterday's game. This is his 19th start of the year, hitting .333. Nobody on this Eagles roster has been hit by more pitches than Green. He's been hit 9 times this year as Anders picks over to first base to check on Evans, who's aboard after an error to start this inning. Carson-Newman has been hit by 50 pitches this year. That's the most in the South Atlantic Conference, no more than Green's 9. Leads Carson-Newman as he shows bunt again, pulls it back on a 1-1 fastball that is knee-high in the strike zone for strike 2. A 1-2 count on Maddox Green with nobody out here in the opening inning, and Carson-Newman and Tusculum beginning the first of 2 today here at Pioneer Park. Anders picks to first again, 3rd time he has picked over to Evans. here early on. Colton has 2 stolen bases this year. The senior righty Anders sets at the belt. A long pause, and now he offers to Green. A breaking ball in the dirt. Gagan blocked it in front, but Evans got a terrific jump and sprints to second base without a throw. The catcher, Gagan, did a good job, kept it in front on the breaking ball in the dirt, but Evans got a fantastic jump on his secondary lead and was able to sprint to second base without a throw. It'll go down as a wild pitch to advance Evans into scoring position. Evans gets an extended lead, now takes a step back toward the bag, and Anders now fires, and Green hits one softly to short. Rector comes to charge it. His throw is in time to get Maddox Green, but it's a productive out because Evans does advance to third on Green's ground out to short. So Evans to third base on that slow roller, and there's one away. Evans was able to go because that ball actually didn't get to Rector, who had to charge it until Evans was well past him. So even though it was hit on the left side of the infield, Evans could take third base because it was hit so softly toward Rector at short. One away, now Logan Floyd with Evans at third. Anders' first offering. Breaking ball hit sharply. Goins dives to make the play. Evans heading home. He will score. And it's an RBI ground out for Logan Floyd. Productive knock by Floyd. His 31st ribby of the year puts Carson-Newman ahead 1-0 here in the opening inning. Back-to-back groundouts. There's 2 away now as Evans scores from third. All set up by that wild pitch and the awareness by Evans to get second. The grounder moves him over, and then that ball that first forced a diving play by Goins at third allows Evans to score to make it 1-0. As Bradley Soto Diaz gets his first chance at Anders and takes ball 1 away. Cole Nathan, Braxton Smith, John O. Pierce, Carson Cochran, Aiden Gibson. That's the rest of Carson-Newman's batting order here today. 1-0 from Anders. Soto Diaz crushes it toward right field. Ponte after it, and it bounces in front of him for a base hit. So Bradley Soto Diaz goes opposite field for a line drive single on a 1-0 fastball. And it's Carson-Newman's first hit of the game to bring Cole Nathan to the plate with 2 away. Tusculum rolling out the same lineup and defensive alignment as it did in yesterday's opener. Landon Dockery, Evan Cage, and Alejandro Ponte left to right in the outfield. We've mentioned Goins and Rector, who have made plays at third and short in this inning, with Jake Smith and Mason Johnson along the right side of the infield. Smith at second, Johnson at first, with Jack Gagan back behind the plate to catch Bryce Anders here in this first of 2. Cole Nathan standing in as Anders comes set. 5 to pitch. Now he offers the first one, and Nathan swings and fouls it back. Strike 1 on Cole Nathan, who went 1 for 4 yesterday, hitting in the 5 spot here today. For a Carson-Newman team that leads 1-0 on a Logan Floyd RBI groundout. The righty Anders pauses at the belt. 0-1 the count on Nathan. Long pause, now a breaking ball offered inside to Nathan, ball 1. Bryce Anders making his team best 7th start of the year. Career appearance 46 and career start 36 in his 4th and final season here in Greenville as he picks to first, and Soto Diaz back on a close play, diving in head first. Was able to swipe that left hand in there at the first base bag to get there safely. A ball and a strike on Nathan with 2 away here in the top of the first. Anders pauses and offers now a pitch high and inside to Nathan. He grazes out of the way for ball 2. 10 career wins for Bryce Anders, 20 career losses. He's coming off a season where he had a 9.6 ERA and went 3-9 on the hill. 2-1 to Nathan. Soto Diaz took off, and Nathan swings and fouls it back. Strike 2. Bryce Anders' best season came in 2023-2024. He went 5-5 and threw 69 2/3 innings, by far the most in any season in his career, and had a 5.4 ERA. Had a setback year last year and trying to return to form this year. 2-2 pods for the senior. 8 to pitch. Now he offers a breaking ball low and away in the dirt. Soto Diaz didn't get a good jump, so he stays put at first base as Gagan able to block it. And the count is full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. On Carson-Newman's 5-hitter and second baseman Cole Nathan here in the first. Soto Diaz will be on the move. Tusculum's first baseman Johnson holds him there for now. Anders goes home. The pitch is high and inside. Ball 4. Great AB from Nathan, and now Carson-Newman has 2 on with 2 out for Braxton Smith. Well, Carson-Newman during this 6-game winning streak has been able to jump out in front early and often. That was not the case in yesterday's game, but the Eagles showed late offense to rally from a pair of deficits in yesterday's game. Trying to jump on the Pioneers here early as Smith rolls one softly to first. Easy play for Johnson. He'll take it to the bag himself, and the inning is over. 3 unassisted wraps up the first inning, but Carson-Newman scores the game's first run on a Logan Floyd RBI groundout. A run on a hit with an error, and Carson-Newman strands 2. Christian Henderson goes to the mound for Carson-Newman against this Tusculum batting order for the first time when we come back to Pioneer Park here at Eastman Credit Union Field on the Eagles Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
In 2025, we celebrate 130 years of Carson-Newman athletics. Over the years, the teams at Carson-Newman have been known for their toughness and Christian spirit. Through the decades, teams and individuals playing at the highest levels have brought recognition for this little school on the banks of Mossy Creek. While we remember the past, we look towards the future. So join the Eagle Club today as we continue to support our athletes and coaches through funding and facilities. Talons up.
Join the Eagle Club today. Visit cneagles.com/Eagle Club.
Back from Pioneer Park, Andrew Rogers welcomes you back to the Eagle Sports Network here from Eastman Credit Union Field, where Christian Henderson toes the mound for the 10th time in his career on the road. Henderson against the Tusculum Pioneers will face Landon Dockery, Evan Goins, and Alejandro Ponte to start the home half of the first. As Henderson gets into his windup, first pitch of the inning is high and inside for ball 1. The sophomore from Clarksville is coming off a complete game shutout last Saturday at Emory and Henry. Swinging a foul ball by Dockery makes it 1-1. 3 hits allowed by Henderson, 7 strikeouts, only 4 base runners reached against him, 3 by hit and 1 by an error. He was fantastic, the program's first complete game shutout in 5 years. As Dockery swings over top of a breaking ball, and Henderson's worked ahead 1-2. Henderson has gone 7 innings at least in consecutive starts now. Starting to find his groove for Carson-Newman. Here's his 1-2 after Dockery, and it's a breaking ball high and outside, 2-2. Christian now has 2 career complete games. One as a freshman, one this year. Both were against D&H. 2-2 to Dockery. Breaking ball, swing and a miss. Tusculum's left fielder out in front of the slider from Hendo, and that's the first strikeout for Carson-Newman's Christian Henderson against the leadoff man for the Pioneers here in the first inning. Here's Evan Goins. He had a 2-for-5 day yesterday. Tusculum order that has 5 lefties, and Goins is one of them. First pitch on the way. Fastball outside for ball 1. Cameron Haney calls the balls and strikes here in the middle game of the series. Michael Simpson at first base with his twin brother Matthew Simpson at third base. As our umpiring crew today as Dockery fouls one back into the screen for strike 1. Left-handed batters this year against Christian Henderson, 8 for 40 at the plate. 28 hits allowed this year by Christian Henderson, and just 8 of them are against lefties as he bounces a fastball in the dirt. It's a 2-ball, 1-strike count. With 1 away here in the bottom of the first, and Carson-Newman ahead 1-0. The sophomore gets into his wind. A 2-1 to Goins is hit sky high out toward left field. Maddox Green is positioned well. He makes the catch, shielding the sun with his glove before making the play, and there's 2 away. Maddox Green joined in the outfield by Braxton Smith in straightaway center field with Bradley Soto Diaz in right. Carson-Newman's infield has 1 change to the middle game of this series. Aiden Gibson's at third, John O'Pierce back at shortstop to make the start in this game with Cole Nathan at second and Logan Floyd at first. And Carson Cochran catches for Carson-Newman as Ponte drives 1 to left. Maddox Green busy again. He goes back near the wall and has plenty of room to make the catch. And the inning is over. Back-to-back fly ball outs completes a 1-2-3 first for Christian Henderson. He's thrown 10 consecutive scoreless frames, and he has Carson-Newman up 1-0 after 1. Just a 10-pitch opening inning from the sophomore. We head to the second with the Eagles ahead 1-0 on the Eagles Sports Network.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with her $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Looking to make your home more comfortable and affordable? Maybe with a new electric heat pump or new attic insulation? And don't forget new doors and windows. AEC is here to help. We have a quality contractor network, easy financing, and incentives for home upgrades. Plus, AEC carefully inspects every job to ensure the highest quality satisfaction. Visit our website at aeccoop.org for applications, contractor lists, and more details. AEC, power what matters most.
A 1-0 advantage for Carson-Newman as we head to inning number 2 here on the Eagles Sports Network. Carson-Newman won the opener yesterday by an 8-6 tally in what was a very exciting Friday night baseball game that had several turns. The final swing of momentum went Carson-Newman's direction, and that's why the Eagles have a series lead of 1-0 in this 3-game weekend series with the Pioneers, and they can win the series with at least 1 win today and can sweep the Pioneers with a sweep of today's doubleheader as John O'Pierce leads off for the Eagles against Anders here in the second. First pitch grounded sharply to third off 1 hop. Goins fields his throws a little low, but Johnson Scott got it in his mitt for a quick first out. Pierce hit it well right to third, and that's the first out of inning 2 on 1 pitch thrown by Bryce Anders. In steps Carson Cochran, who went 0 for 2 yesterday, makes his second straight start. Aiden Gibson hits 9th for Carson-Newman in this order today as Anders gets into his wind, and a first pitch to Cochran. Fastball waist high for a called strike. Gibson continues to shuffle around in Carson-Newman's order this year. 5th different spot on the lineup he's hit this year. First time he's hit in the 9-hole this year. 1-0-1 is grounded on 4 hops. It's into the glove of Jake Smith. Routine play. Back-to-back groundouts have come on 3 pitches to start the second inning, and now Aiden Gibson. Carson-Newman's lineup has changed a lot, and you'll see that and you'll hear that a lot early in the year, trying to give some guys some opportunities and give others a chance to shine. And certainly when that happens, you'll keep it consistent there for a while as Gibson takes a called strike, and Anders is 4 pitches into this second inning, already has 2 outs and already has a strike on Gibson, who went 0 for 3 yesterday, hits .213 for the year with 13 RBI, including a home run. 0-1. Change up low, below the knees, ball 1. Interesting note on Carson-Newman's batting lineup. They have multiple players this year that have hit in 4 or more different spots this year. Swing and a miss by Gibson on a 1-1 breaking ball, and it's 1-2. Colton Evans, Aiden Gibson, Maddox Green, Cole Nathan, Braxton Smith, all Eagles that have hit in 4 or more spots in the order this year as Gibson fans over a slider, and it's swinging strike 3. A 1-2-3 frame from Bryce Anders. He gave up a run in the first, but he sends the Eagles down in order in the second, and he needed just 7 pitches to do so. We head to the bottom of the second. Carson-Newman's lead is 1-0 here on the Eagle Sports Network.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
We welcome you back to Eastman Credit Union Field here at Pioneer Park. Carson-Newman 15-11 overall this year, 7-9 in the league. They've won 6 straight, 5 straight in league play, 5 straight on the road as well. And lead Tusculum 1-0 as we get set for the home half of inning 2 with Caden Rector, Colby Watson, and Evan Cage set to get their first opportunities against Christian Henderson, who winds and offers the first of the second. It's a slider away for ball 1. Henderson's added a 2-seam fastball to his pitch mix this season. Fastball, slider, changeup is what he started his collegiate career with, as he blows a fastball by Rector, swing and a miss, strike 1. Henderson's had a fantastic start to his sophomore year, an ERA that is at 3.0 entering today's action. He's already pitched 33 2/3 this year as well, as Rector slaps one back up the middle, a base hit, gets past Cole Nathan, who was trying to get back after it on a grounder up the middle, and Tusculum's first hit comes from its cleanup hitter Rector to start the second. A smooth first, and now some traffic for Henderson to work with here in the second as Colby Watson stands in. Henderson only tossed 37 1/3 innings last year in 10 total appearances. And he is just 4 innings shy of tying that mark and eventually passing it this year with still more than a month of the regular season left as he checks on Rector at first. Increased opportunity, obviously, for Henderson, who's turned into one of the 3 weekend starters this year. He pauses, and now the first one at Colby Watson on a waist-high fastball outside corner called strike 1. Henderson made most of his appearances last year in midweek contests, and then in the postseason was used as a starter and a reliever. Breaking ball fouled back, and he's ahead 0-2 on Watson. Overall, in 12 starts, Carson-Newman is 6-6 when Henderson has started a game in his career. Short lead for Rector at first, nobody out. The 0-2 to Watson well outside. The Eagles only needed 2 relievers yesterday, even though Ryan Higgins only went 3 innings in his start. Brock Culpepper pitched 5 scoreless innings out of the pen. Figure he's down today. The Eagles still have multiple guys to go to try to compile 16 innings of work on the mound as Henderson misses outside on a 1-2 breaking ball, and the count evens on Watson at 2-2. Rector at first base for the Eagles up a run. The 2-2 to Watson, high and inside, 3-2. Henderson got ahead on Watson and now has missed with 3 straight pitches. And that's why the count is now full at 3-2. Double play depth for Carson-Newman's infield as Henderson pauses at the belt. 8 to pitch, and he picks to first. Rector back safely. Christian Henderson had success last weekend, got multiple double plays to escape situations like these. Here's the 3-2. Swing and a miss. Watson behind the slider, and Henderson has his second K. One away in the first, and here comes Evan Cage. That strikeout number for Henderson continues to be creeping up this year. He only had 21 all of last year in 10 appearances. He already has 31 this season. He'll pick to first base to check on Cage again. I think what's most impressive about what Henderson has been able to do is the fact that his walk number, although it's up a little bit this year, it's still very down for a pitcher, especially a starting pitcher, as his changeup runs outside and it's 1-0 to Cage. He's walked just 10 guys in 33 innings, but 7 of those 10 walks came against two of the best offenses in the conference in Lenore Ryan and Catawba. 1-0 pause, and now the pitch to Cage is fouled back for strike one. He did not walk anybody in 9 shutout innings against D&H last weekend. And he has multiple, and total 3 starts this year with 1 walk or fewer. And in his career, 9 different appearances with no walks. Pick to first. More than half his appearances have featured him not walk a batter. And certainly a couple of those are some relief appearances mixed in there, but his ability to pound the strike zone has been valuable to his success. 1-1 to Cage. Swing and a chopper right back to the mound. His only play will be to first, and he makes the routine play for out number 2. It was hit so high off the infield dirt. By the time Henderson got the ball in his mitt, Rector had already been safe at second, sliding in. So Henderson makes the play to get Cage out on a 1-3 put out for the second out of the inning, and now Jack Gagan with 2 away and Rector in scoring position. Gagan produced 3 runs yesterday for Tusculum. And the first pitch he sees, fastball in the dirt, ball 1 on Henderson's 23rd offering of the afternoon. 1-0 count on Gagan. He was 0 for 2 last year against Henderson. They picked to second base. Ball goes into the outfield. And Braxton Smith backing up the throw does not allow Rector to advance. No reason really for Rector to advance to third anyway. You never want to make the first or final out at third, because truly, if a ball's hit in the outfield, the base runner at second will always be moving. And you'd hope they could score on a base hit to second, or into the outfield from second. So Rector stays put. And now the 1-0 on the way from Henderson. A breaking ball popped foul behind first. It's 1-1 on Tusculum's catcher, who's the only batter in the order today for Tusculum that faced Henderson last year on March 18th. It was a midweek win for Carson-Newman, and Henderson was the winning pitcher in that contest. Gagan went 0 for 2 against Henderson. 1-1 on the way. Breaking ball, inside corner, strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strike count for Christian Henderson against Jack Gagan here in the second with a Pioneer in scoring position. The sophomore pauses with 8 to pitch. He looks at second, now offers home. Fastball hit back up the middle into center field, a base hit. The go sign on for Rector. Smith has the ball. His throw home is not going to make it in time. A 2-out RBI single for Jack Gagan ties the game at 1 here in the second. 4th RBI of the weekend for Tusculum's catcher. First run Henderson's allowed since the 7th inning against Catawba on March 7th. In 2 weeks since Henderson allowed an earned run. Gagan hits it back up the middle for a base hit, and now Mason Johnson with the game tied at 1. First one to Johnson, fastball knee-high, a strike from Henderson. 2-out hitting from the Pioneers, second consecutive game in this series now that Gagan has started the scoring for the Pioneers. Here's the 0-1 to Johnson. He golfs it foul behind third for strike 2. Nothing in 2 quickly on Tusculum's first baseman with 2 away, and The catcher, Gagin, running at first. 1-1 game. Henderson pauses and offers. This ball's rolled to first and foul. Carson-Newman softball at home today, hosting Anderson. The Eagles have split each of their first 3 conference series. Michael Graves' team down 3-0 in the top of the third against the Trojans in Jefferson City. 0-2. Fastball hit out toward left field. Maddox Green charging in. He loses his cap but makes the routine catch, and the inning is over. But 2-out offense for the Pioneers. A Jack Gagin 2-out single to center ties the game at 1. A run on 2 hits with no errors, and the Pioneers leave 1 in the second. We've played 2 innings. Both teams have a run. It's Carson-Newman back to the plate, though, for the third. And a 1-1 game, top of the order, scheduled to hit against Bryce Anders when we return to Pioneer Park after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
Top of the order will lead things off for Carson-Newman, who has had a 1-0 lead before Tusculum's 2-out base hit from their catcher, Jack Gagin, has leveled the score as we get set to start the third inning. Bryce Anders tossed a quick and efficient second inning, needing just 7 pitches to pitch a 1-2-3 second, and now he faces Colton Evans, who started things for Carson-Newman, reached by a fielding error, and later scored in that first inning on a Logan Floyd groundout. That's how Carson-Newman started the scoring in this game, and they go back to work. And now a tied game to start the third. The righty Anders into his windup. First one of the inning is an Evans sky-high fly ball to center. The center fielder, Evan Cage, barely moved as he makes the catch. For out number 1, Evans now officially 0 for 2, and there's one away for Maddox Green. We mentioned Carson-Newman's winning streak that has reached 5 games now, or that has reached 6 games, 5 straight though on the road. Carson-Newman's in the midst of a long road stretch. They have not played a home game since March 7th, as Anders rips in a fastball to Green for a strike. They were supposed to play Tuesday at home against Alabama Huntsville. It got canned because of some cold weather and some snow the day before as well, as Green takes another strike, and it's 0-2 quickly. And so that means this is the 6th straight road game. The second today will be the 7th straight, and then the Eagles are at Shorter on Tuesday. So an 8-game road trip here for Carson-Newman in mid-March. As Green stands back in, the 0-2 fastball is high for ball 1. Again, there were supposed to be that midweek home game, so you thought going into the year that multiple 4-game road trips would be their longest of the year, but here we are talking about an 8-game road stretch for a team, though, that is 9-5 on the road this year. Breaking ball in the dirt to Green evens the count at 2. But when the Eagles end this road stretch, after that Shorter game this coming Tuesday, they'll host Newberry for 3, play King in a midweek, and then host Wingate before playing Trevecca Nazarene. Swing and a line drive hit out softly to left. It'll drop in for a base hit. 2-strike, 1-out hit for Maddox Green to left field. He drops it in front of Dockery for a 1-out single. Carson-Newman's second hit comes from the left fielder Green, and that brings Logan Floyd to the plate. So the Eagles in the midst of an 8-game road trip, but they are blessed with the next 8 at home, and they won't play another road game until April 10th after today at Mars Hill. In fact, the Eagles only have 6 road games left, or 7 road games left after today, and they have 13 home games, setting up for a team that's 15-11, trying to make consecutive NCAA tournaments. Set up pretty well as Floyd hammers the first pitch he sees out toward right center field. It bounces up against the wall. Rounding first is Floyd. Green gets to third. He gets the go sign. He is going to touch home with ease, and Logan Floyd goes opposite field for an RBI double to put Carson-Newman back in front 2-1. The conference's best hitter, arguably, with double number 12, and he scores Green with ease from first. Floyd's drove in both of Carson-Newman's runs, and the Eagles back in front. Floyd now at second as Bradley Soto Diaz gets ready to stand in for his second AB. RBI 32 for the year for Floyd. And now Soto Diaz takes a breaking ball. And did he check his swing? He did. Nicked off his bat, foul at the plate. For strike one. This schedule has set up well. The Eagles have massive home series coming up next weekend and the weekend after. Final one of March, first one of April against Newberry and Wingate, who are in the top 4 of the league standings. 0-1 to Soto Diaz. Popped up foul behind first, and it's 0-2 on Carson-Newman's right fielder. The Eagles can win those 2 series. They'll play Coker and Wise and Mars Hill, 3 teams that are either in the middle of the pack or in the bottom of the league standings. So this thing's set up for Carson-Newman to continue a good stretch of baseball here after playing a very challenging conference slate to start the season, as Soto Diaz grounds one back up the middle, a base hit. Floyd gets the go sign around third. He's going to score without a throw. Back-to-back base hits from Floyd and Soto Diaz increase CN's lead to 3-1. 2 singles for Soto Diaz off Bryce Anders in 2 at-bats. And the senior outfielder has his 19th rookie of the year to score Floyd from second without a throw. 3-1 Carson-Newman here in the third. Eagles have answered right back after Tusculum tied it in the second. Now Cole Nathan. Can he keep the line moving? Anders pauses at the belt, and his first pitch to Cole Nathan is outside for a ball. Throw down to first, bobbled by Johnson. No tag on Soto Diaz, who's back safely. It's a Carson-Newman team that we have said has won 6 in a row, tied for the 9th longest. Or check that, 5 straight on the road. Tied for the 10th longest active road winning streak in the country, as Anders picks to first base. Carson-Newman's win streak as a whole is 6 games. It is the 7th, tied for the 7th longest active winning streak in the country. 1-0 breaking ball away from Anders. It's 2-0 to Cole Nathan, with 1 away in the third and Carson-Newman up 3-1. Nobody in the South Atlantic Conference has more victories in a row than this Carson-Newman team, who's gotten hot at the right time here in March. 2-0 pause from Anders. Now his pitch to Nathan. Fastball waist high for a strike. Carson-Newman has the longest conference winning streak of any Southeast region school currently as well. To put it in perspective how well the Eagles are playing here in mid-March. 2-1 pitch. We'll wait as Anders goes back to first. Three-1 Eagles here in the third. 1 on and 1 out for Cole Nathan, and he'll wait again as they pick to first, and Soto Diaz back safely again. 3 consecutive hits off Bryce Anders here in the third is why Carson-Newman is up 2. Maddox Green single. Floyd scored him on a double, and then Floyd scored on a Soto Diaz single. 2-1 to Nathan. Breaking ball rolled over to short. Might be 2. Rector flips to second for 1. Back to first. Safe. Cole Nathan beats out the throw and breaks up the double play. He'll replace Soto Diaz at first. The fielder's choice. Puts 2 outs on the board here for Tusculum in the third. And now Braxton Smith. Bang-bang play at first. We had several bang-bang plays in yesterday's game. A couple went Carson-Newman's way, a couple didn't. That one goes the Eagles' way on a close play at first, but Nathan Sussel beats out the throw. And with 2 away, here's Braxton Smith. He shows bunt, pulls it back, and takes slider away for ball 1. Mentioned the temperature today, 72 degrees at first pitch. We're already hit up to 74 degrees. We expect it to get as high as 78. With wind gusts up to 20 miles per hour, Smith bounces one to third. Off the glove of Goins. In the hole it's short. Rector fields it and keeps it in the infield, but no throw is made. We'll see if that is Tusculum's second error, if that will go down as an infield single for Braxton Smith. And based on the scoreboard here at Pioneer Park, it's going to be a fielding error by Goins. It was hit right to the third baseman, but it nicked off his glove. And it is going to be a fielding error on Tusculum's third baseman that puts Smith at first and moves Nathan to second with 2 away. 2 on for John O'Pierce, and he takes outside for ball 1. So Tusculum's second error in 3 innings so far. John O'Pierce bats for Carson-Newman with 2 away. Pierce just has 3 hits this year with 2 outs. Shows bunt, takes it back for a strike, 1-1. This is a Carson-Newman team that hits .230 with 2 outs on the board. And a team that started to hit much better with runners in scoring position as this season has continued on. The 1-1 to Pierce, a breaking ball outside corner, clips it for strike 2. Eagles at one point were hitting sub .240 with runners in scoring position. That average has now gone up to .271 this season. The Eagles ahead by 2. It's a 1-2 count with 2 on and 2 out to John O'Pierce, and he takes high on a fastball to see the count even at 2 balls, 2 strikes. It's a 2-run third for Carson-Newman to lead 3-1. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on for Pierce here in the third. The pitch from Anders, swing and a foul tip into the mid of Gagan for out number 3. Bryce Anders gets his second strikeout to escape inning number 3, but Carson-Newman scores twice on 3 hits, an error as well by the Pioneers in the inning. The Eagles strand 2 runners for the second time today. It's the Eagles 3 and the Pioneers 1. Henderson back to the mound for Carson-Newman. He'll pitch with a 2-run lead when we come back to Pioneer Park here on the Eagles Sports Network.
My favorite thing about my community? The safety, the reliability, the people. We rely on each other, and we rely on local electric co-op. It's not just about electricity. It's about empowering community, empowering moments, empowering safety, empowering togetherness, empowering knowledge. That's why when I need something, I rely on my co-op. I trust my co-op because the co-op is us. We are the co-op. AEC, member-owned and service-driven.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
Back for the home half of the third. Carson-Newman leads 3-1 as Christian Henderson starts the third with a fastball across the plate to Jake Smith for strike 1. That's how we start the third. Henderson 5 seconds into the pitch clock offers his second one, and Smith lines it to left. Green charging in, makes the catch on a line. He caught it waist high for out number 1. Smith pieced one up, but Green was positioned well to catch his 4th fly ball out. Pioneers have pulled a lot of Henderson's pitches, but Maddox Green has been a busy man in left, and he makes his 4th catch out and left to start the third. 1 away, and now the top of the order, and Landon Dockery stands in. First one from Henderson, grounded right to Gibson at third. Routine play. Crow hops and throws a laser to Logan Floyd for out number 2. 3 pitches, 2 outs for Christian Henderson. That's what he did a lot against D&H. Got some contact, and his defense fared well behind him, and that's how this third inning has gone. 2 away, and here's the left-handed hitting third baseman Evan Goins taking a strike on the 4th pitch of the inning. Henderson quickly back to work. And the sophomore winds and offers an 0-1 fastball, knee-high, strike 2. Henderson has the ball back. He has worked quickly, efficiently so far. Can he send the Pioneers down in order for the second time in 3 innings? And it'll wait a second as Goins fouls one back to the screen. Six pitches for 2 outs. Henderson ahead on Goins, 0-2, with Carson-Newman ahead 3-1 in the third. Here's his 0-2. Fastball fouled back. Count stays 0-2. Up to this point in today's game, Carson-Newman has scored 3 runs on 4 hits, has played error-free, while Tusculum has a run on 2 hits and has committed 2 errors. Anderson's got the sign from his catcher, Cochran. And now the 0-2 again. Breaking ball. Hits sky high in the infield. Cole Nathan moves to his left and just into the outfield grass. Makes the catch. Inning over. An 8-pitch, 1-2-3 third for Christian Henderson and Carson-Newman. We've played a third of the middle game of the series. It's Carson-Newman 3. It's Tusculum 0. Henderson's tossed 3 innings of 1-run ball to put Carson-Newman up by 2 as we head to the 4th on the Eagle Sports Network.
In 2025, we celebrate 130 years of Carson-Newman athletics. Over the years, the teams at Carson-Newman have been known for their toughness and Christian spirit. Through the decades, teams and individuals playing at the highest levels have brought recognition for this little school on the banks of Mossy Creek. While we remember the past, we look towards the future. So join the Eagle Club today as we continue to support our athletes and coaches through funding and facilities. Talons up.
Join the Eagle Club today. Visit cneagles.com/Eagle Club.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
Leading off, the catcher, number 30, Carson-Newman.
8-9-1 for Carson-Newman to begin inning number 3. Carson, Cochran, Aiden Gibson, Colton Evans. Due up for Carson-Newman, who leads 3-1. 4th inning starts with a fastball to Cochran for strike 1. Game 27 for Carson-Newman baseball. They are 15-11 this season. Cochran takes a changeup away for ball 1. Carson batting for the second time after a ground out in the 2nd frame. Anders is 1-1 offering, knee-high fastball. It's strike 2. One-two from Anders. Grounded back behind second base and into left center field, for a base hit. Anders stuck his hand out there to try to grab the baseball, but it bounced by him. And Carson Cochran has Carson-Newman's 4th hit.
Third baseman, Aiden Gibson.
Or 5th hit, 4th in the last 2 innings now. And the Eagles have the leadoff batter aboard for just the 2nd time in 4 innings. And now in steps Aiden Gibson. Cochran aboard at first short lead for him there as Anders pauses. Gibson shows bunt, tries to bunt it up the first base line. It is a foul ball. It was never a fair ball, although it was rolling on the infield dirt. It eventually veered to the right of the painted infield lines here at Pioneer Park. A dirt infield with grass, or a dirt base line for the runners to run in, and the infield part is grass. Pause in the pitch from Anders. Gibson shows another bunt, but pulled it back and took a strike at the knees. And it's a 0-2 count on Carson-Newman's senior third baseman, Aiden Gibson. Senior from Cleveland is Carson-Newman's only player on this roster that has played all 4 years he's been with the program. He's been a regular starter in his time in Mossy Creek. He waits on an 0-2 and takes it high on a breaking ball. One ball, two strikes. Sanders against Gibson here in the third, and Aiden rolls one to third. Goins, Caro hops, throws to second for one. Back to first. Double play. 5-4-3 turn for Tusculum here in the fourth, and there's two away, bases clear. Second time they've tried to turn two, and this time they do it successfully. 5-4 double play. But it's the first and second outs on the board, and the base is clear for Carson-Newman's designated hitter, Colton Evans, here in the fourth. First pitch, a strike to Colton Evans. Reached base on an error in the first, flew out last inning. And he hits a drive to left center field. Back goes the two outfielders to the wall, and this one's going to bounce up against the warning track and hit the wall. Evans rounding second base, a wide turnaround second. He puts on the brakes and stops there with a two-out double. Evans has his third double of the year, and Carson-Newman has a two-out runner. Big-time swing by Colton Evans, who continues to be great atop this Carson-Newman batting order. Remember, the Eagles 8-0. When he bats leadoff this year. This is his 9th time batting in the leadoff spot. He has his first hit in his third at-bat. It's his third double of the year to bring Maddox Green to the dish with two away. Green takes the ball in the dirt. Evans will stay put. Kagan kept the ball in front, blocking it in front of the plate. And Evans, no need to take third. He'll stay put at second base as Green takes ball one, and Kagan wants to have a conversation with his pitcher, Bryce Anders, here. With two on and a runner at second base. 57 pitches for the senior, who's allowed 6 hits and 2 earned runs to this point. Just the catcher and pitcher talking strategy against Maddox Green here in the fourth, with Carson-Newman ahead 3-1 here on the Eagles Sports Network. You always know it's good baseball weather when before the game starts you can have the smell of sunscreen before a contest. That's the case for many folks that have made the trip to Pioneer Park on this Saturday. 1-0 to Green. Maddox slams one out toward right center field. Goes all the way to the wall. Evan Cage gets there and has some room and makes the catch in right center field to end the inning. Green give it a good drive, but flies out to deep right center for the final out of the fourth. Carson-Newman blanked for the second time in 4 innings despite 2 hits in the frame. The Eagles leave Evans at second base in the 4th inning. It's Carson-Newman 3, it's Tusculum 1. We head to the 4th with the Eagles up 2 on the Eagles Sports Network.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long. From the morning with their $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
.345 for Tusculum to begin inning 4 against Christian Henderson. Alejandro Ponte leads off and grounds the first pitch to first. Floyd the backhand snag, a right-hand flip to Christian Henderson, who sprints to the bag for out number 1. Good defensive work by the all-sack first baseman with a backhand snag on a hard hit ball by Ponte, who has only seen 2 pitches from Christian Henderson. He's put them both in play and has been retired on both. 1 away. In the 4th, Henderson has sent down 5 straight Pioneers and now faces Caden Rector, who has one of Tusculum's 2 hits against Henderson. Swing and a miss at the first offering for strike 1. Fastball by him. Efficient work for Henderson so far. 40 pitches to record 10 outs so far. Swing and a miss. Went to the slider and Rector was way in front, and it's 0-2. Carson-Newman leads 3-1. Henderson has sent the Pioneers down in order twice through 3 innings and uses a waste pitch high and inside on a fastball to Rector. It's now 1-2. Only run for Tusculum came by Jack Gagan with 2 outs in the 2nd. 1-2 to Rector. Breaking ball stayed inside, 2-2. Henderson has given Carson-Newman length in 3 of his 6 starts this year, including consecutive starts. Trying to do it again today. Here's his 1-2 to Rector, and it's a knee-high fastball. Check that. That was a 2-2 pitch that misses low, and now the count is full at 3-2. 3 balls and 2 strikes after a 1-pitch ground out to start the frame. Here's Henderson's 6th to Rector. It's a slider that he was out in front and rips foul on a line down the left field line. It was hooking the entire time and was never fair. Count stays full. Caden Rector, a really quality hitter for Brandon Steele's team. .280 average for a guy with 12 ribbies. And recorded his 19th hit of the year. Or check that, 18th hit of the year. Back in inning 2. Here's a second payoff from Hendo. Slider, inside corner, missed, ball 4. Rare walk from Christian Henderson, his first walk since March 7th, and his first comes with 1 out here in the 4th. Rector with a good AB, threw 8 pitches to draw the walk. Really the only time that Henderson's been worked by this Tusculum order. They've been aggressive against a guy that pounds the strike zone. Here's Kobe Watson, the DH. He takes inside for ball 1. Now Henderson's missed with 5 of his last 6 offerings to the plate. The only one that he hit was a foul ball. Here's a set for Henderson, is 1-0 to Watson. A breaking ball ripped out toward right field. It's hooking, and it is going to hit off the base of the wall in right field. It's a fair ball. Soto Diaz gathers it in. Stop sign goes up for Rector, who moves to 3rd on a 1-out double by Colby Watson. Tusculum's 3rd hit puts 2 in scoring position now with 1 away for Evan Cage. Consecutive base runners have reached. That is probably, and definitely is, the best hit ball by a Tusculum hitter so far. Their first 2 hits were grounders back up the middle. That one was hit very well in the air and came up probably 10 feet short of a home run from Colby Watson. And that draws pitching coach Jason White out of Carson-Newman's 3rd base dugout here in the 4th. 2 on, 1 out. This is the first time, rather, that Tusculum's put multiple base runners on against Christian Henderson. Comes here in the 4th with the Eagles up 3-1 here on the Eagle Sports Network. Conversation lasted 45 seconds. No breakup from the home plate umpire, Christopher Haney. Wasn't long enough for him to break it up. Jason White leaves the playing surface. Makes the jog back down to the second step of Carson-Newman's dugout. And now the play can be resumed again as Christian Henderson puts his right foot on the mound. Now comes set. Looks at third, and now at second. Pauses and pitches the first to Cage, a fastball away, 1-0. Cage is 0 for 1. Grounded back to Henderson for an out in the second inning. 3-1 Carson-Newman, 2 in scoring position here in the fourth. 1-0 fastball, knee-high, a strike. We're in the bottom of the fourth inning with Carson-Newman ahead by 2. Having scored the game's last 2 runs, that came in inning 3. Henderson comes set and is 1-1. Bounced into the dirt, blocked by Cochran. Tusculum scored 6 times yesterday, and they only scored twice after the fourth inning. Or after the third inning, had a 3-run third, and then just had 2 in the 8th that retook the lead at the time as Cage slams one out toward right center field. This will split the outfielders and go all the way to the wall. Tusculum has tied the game on a 2-run double from Evan Cage. We're knotted at 3 here in the fourth. Back-to-back doubles for the Pioneers. Level the score at 3. Rector from third scores, and so does Watson from second. And now Jack Gagan to keep the line moving. Back-to-back hits have come from the lefties in Tusculum's order. And now Henderson tries to regroup against Tusculum's catcher here in the fourth. A trio of runs allowed now by the sophomore. 1 pitch, 1 out to start the frame. That's been the only out for Henderson so far. Here's his breaking ball. It's a strike knee-high to start Gagan out with a strike. This series has been very competitive, very back and forth. That's how yesterday went, especially late. That's how this game's gone so far, as Gagan reaches for a breaking ball and bloops it foul behind first for strike 2. First activity of the weekend for Carson-Newman. They are sending of the Saturday doubleheader, they'll send Harris and Shelton to warm up. So he trots down there with 2 bullpen catchers, and Eli Norris behind them will join them as Gagan skies one foul again on a fastball. That was an 0-2 pitch high and outside, but he fights it off, does Gagan, for a second foul ball in this AB to stay alive. Nothing in 2 set for Henderson in a tie game here in the fourth. A look at second, the pitch home. Breaking ball high, left it high. 1-2. Entering the inning, Christian Henderson had retired 4 straight. He had retired 5 straight after getting the first batter of the inning, but 3 consecutive hitters have reached for the Pioneers in the fourth. 1-2 from Henderson to Gagan, and it hits him on his left elbow. 1-2 hit by pitch. We'll put 2 more men aboard for the Pioneers with Mason Johnson standing in. Interesting fact for these 2 teams. It is here's the interesting fact. These 2 teams are first and second in the SAC in hit by pitches this year. Mason Johnson stands in with 2 on and 1 out and hits one on a line out toward left field. Maddox Green is after it, and it is over his head, and it bounces up against the wall. 1 run will score. Green hits the cutoff to limit the second one from scoring, but Mason Johnson has Tusculum's 3rd double of the inning. To left center field goes this one, and the Pioneers now lead 4-3. Cage scores from second, and Gagan held up at third. Second and third again with still just 1 out, and here comes Jake Smith. Eli Norris and Harrison Shelton really starting to throw as Henderson has been out of his groove now here in the fourth. 5 straight Pioneers have reached base safely. time called, and Carson Cochran is going to walk out and talk to his pitcher. And I wonder if this could be an extended conversation to allow Shelton or Norris to continue to warm up. Here in this fourth inning, the Eagles have already had a mound visit. In this inning, and so a second one would have to make the call to the bullpen. Home plate umpire Christopher Haney is walking out to break up Cochran and Henderson's conversation. We'll see. Shelton and Norris continue to throw. Shelton a little bit more often than Norris has, but both are still throwing actively, and this is going to be the end of the line for Christian Henderson. It was a stall for Carson-Newman, and the Eagles are going to make the call to the bullpen. Jason White is asking for the right-hander Norris here in the fourth. The Pioneers have had 5 straight reached in this inning. 3 have reached by a double, and they have taken a 4-3 lead here in the fourth. We'll tell you more about Eli Norris as he trots in from left field to replace Christian Henderson here in the fourth on the Eagles Sports Network.
In 2025, we celebrate 130 years of Carson-Newman athletics. Over the years, the teams at Carson-Newman have been known for their toughness and Christian spirit. Through the decades, teams and individuals playing at the highest levels have brought recognition for this little school on the banks of Mossy Creek. While we remember the past, we look towards the future. So join the Eagle Club today as we continue to support our athletes and coaches through funding and facilities. Talons up.
Join the Eagle Club today. Visit cneagles.com/Eagle Club.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
Eli Norris warms up for Carson-Newman in what is already a 3-run fourth inning for the Tusculum Pioneers on 3 base hits. Norris to take the place of Henderson, whose line is not complete, but what we do know is that he will only record 10 outs in his 7th start of the year. Norris, with this appearance, will match Brock Culpepper for the most appearances on the mound this season for Carson-Newman. This will be Eli's 12th appearance of the season. First in a week, he only recorded 1 out at Emory and Henry last weekend. Gave up a couple of hits, walked a guy, and had a strikeout. In fact, he's only recorded 1 out in 3 consecutive appearances, but his 2 prior to that were long appearances. 2 of his longest of his career. Went 5 innings of 1-run ball at the start of the month against Anderson, and then 4 days later tossed 3 2/3 innings of 1-run ball against 3rd-ranked Catawba in that contest. He comes in with 2 on and 1 out and throws a high fastball for ball 1 to Jake Smith. Norris has probably enjoyed this last week without having to pitch after tossing 8 innings in a 5-day stretch. A 1-0 pause for the senior, and his next one to Smith is fouled back. No, it wasn't fouled back. It gets away from Cochran, goes to the backstop, play at the plate. Norris makes the tag in time. Gagan out at the plate, and there's 2 away. Looked like a foul ball, but a great job by Carson Cochran to retrieve the ball from the backstop and make a great throw to Norris, who applies the tag at home, and there's 2 outs. Fantastic work by the redshirt sophomore catcher. And now there's 2 away. Norris just needs 1 out here in the fourth. The 1-1 to Smith, a breaking ball, swing and a miss, strike 2. One ball and 2 strikes. Jake Smith batting the 9-hitter for the Pioneers here in the fourth. Norris is 1-2, high fastball. Cochran has to reach high into the air to grab the fastball out of the air. Mason Johnson stays put at third base. He advanced to third on that wild pitch. 4-3 game. Pioneers have regained the lead here in the fourth. 2-2 from Eli. Swing and a miss. Fastball by him. The inning's over. Norris threw a wild pitch, but Carson Cochran's hustle makes the out at the plate with Norris tagging out Gagan at home. And then Norris finishes the inning himself with a strikeout. Eagles, though, give up 3 runs on 3 hits in the fourth. Pioneers strand a runner, but they have a 4-3 lead after 4. And this is the Eagles Sports Network.
My favorite thing about my community? The safety, the reliability, the people. We rely on each other, and we rely on local electric co-op. It's not just about electricity. It's about empowering community, empowering moments, empowering safety, empowering togetherness, empowering knowledge. That's why when I need something, I rely on my co-op. I trust my co-op because the co-op is us. We are the co-op. AEC, member-owned and service-driven.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
Bryce Anders will head to the mound for Tusculum. He gets to pitch with a lead. For the first time today, the Pioneers have the advantage, and he will face the heart of Carson-Newman's order, 3, 4, and 5, to begin this 5th inning. We'll go around the South Atlantic Conference scores from Friday night. Mars Hill won the opener against UVA Wise 10-5. And a battle for first place, Catawba took down Wingate. They start the day to the Indians with a 2-game edge after a 9-2 victory thanks to an 8-run 7th inning. Anderson beat E&H 9-0. LR rallied and walked off Coker 6-5 as Floyd starts the inning taking outside for ball 1. Carson-Newman obviously defeated Tusculum 8-6 yesterday, and then the other sack score was LMU rallying at Newberry for a 4-3 victory. 1-0 to Floyd is hit high in the air. He popped it up in the infield. It's Mason Johnson just into the outfield grass to make the catch for the first out. Floyd now 1 for 3. And after the pop out, and here comes Bradley Soto Diaz, who's 2 for 2. Scores so far today: LR's in front on Coker 6-0 in the 4th. E&H has a 4-2 lead on Anderson in the 4th. Newberry leads 1-0 on LMU in the 6th as Soto Diaz hits one sky high back behind home and foul. Strike 1. Wingate Catawba just underway in a game that started at 2 o'clock in Salisbury. Here's the 0-1 wind to Soto Diaz. The pitch is a breaking ball knee high for strike 2. Carson-Newman trying to make this climb up the league standings. They've won 6 straight, 5 straight in the league. Pioneers have gone in the other direction. They've lost 6 straight as Soto Diaz takes fastball high and away for ball 1. Eagles out hitting the Pioneers so far, but just 3 runs to show for it. Tusculum has an extra run despite 1 less hit. 1-2 to Soto Diaz. Breaking ball hit off the end of his bat right back to Anders. He sprints toward first and does a late flip to Johnson for the 1-3 putout for the second out of the 5th. And now Cole Nathan. This game so far has a very similar feel to yesterday. Although yesterday's game, Tusculum jumped out to a 4-0 start thanks to a 3-run third. Today, they've come back from a 2-run deficit to take a 4-3 lead thanks to a 3-run 4th. As Cole Nathan takes a high fastball on the 65th pitch from Bryce Anders for ball 1. Nathan 0 for 1, was walked in the first inning and hits one sky high in the infield. This will be the second pop out of the inning if the Pioneers' second baseman Smith can catch it, and he will behind the second base bag. 1-2-3 inning in the 5th for Bryce Anders. Second time he's sent down the Eagles in order. We head to the home half of the 5th. Tusculum tries to add on to its 1-run lead when it brings the top of the order to the plate against Eli Norris when we come back to Pioneer Park here on the Eagles Sports Network.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success. Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
4-3 Tusculum as Eli Norris continues to warm up prior to this home half of inning number 5. Partly cloudy day when the sun is out. It's not out at the moment, but when it is out, the sun covers basically all of this seating about halfway up behind home. And if you're sitting anywhere to the left of home plate, if you're sitting in the stands to that left, where Carson-Newman's crowd is spread out, that is where most of the sun shines on the seating here at Pioneer Park, while Tusculum's home side here, first base side, where I'm set up here on the concourse, it's mostly shaded throughout the day. Most of the field is sun-soaked. Part of the right side is not at times, as Eli Norris has come set. Here's the first pitch of the 5th to Landon Dockery. It's a breaking ball lifted out toward left center field. Braxton Smith is after it. He won't get there as it bounces once and hits the wall. Smith bare hands it after it hits the wall and throws it to the cutoff Pierce, but not before. Landon Dockery stands in at second with a leadoff double. Pioneers now have their 4th double of the game. 4 of their 6 hits are doubles. And their last 4 hits have been doubles. Now here's the 2-hitter, Evan Goins. Pioneers offensively have fared well this weekend against Carson-Newman pitching. Now 18 hits between the 2 games so far. First one to Goins, grounded sharply right to Nathan at second. He fields cleanly for the first out. He makes the good throw, but it's a productive out. Goins shifts Dockery to third, with one away in the 5th for Alejandro Ponte. This is a Tusculum team that certainly is way better than their record indicates. They've played some close games and have had some unfortunate things go not their way. But a team that entered the day with just 35 doubles. That's going to be an automatic strike on Ponte. He did not address Norris in time. So it's a strike already on Ponte. Counts 0-1. He did not get to the plate in time, so it's an 0-1 count as Norris pauses and pitches a fastball low for ball 1. It's a Tusculum team, though, offensively this weekend's fared well, and they've got 4 doubles for a team that entered the day second to last in the league in doubles with just 35 for the season. 1-1 pause for the senior Norris. His fastball is below the knees to the right fielder Ponte for ball 2 as the wind picks up here at Pioneer Park. Again, it kind of is a side wind that at times will push the ball out there to left field, and so sometimes if you pull it, it gives it an extra boost out there in left center field. Here's the 2-1 to Ponte. It bounces in the dirt. Cochran blocks it, and it's now 3-1. So the only strike was because of a batter violation. That's why it's a 3-1 count. Norris has missed 3 straight times here. 3-1 count on Tusculum's 3-hitter Ponte, who's 0 for 6 for the weekend and 0 for 2 in this game. Carson-Newman's infield playing in. Here's the 3-1. Fastball, high and outside, ball 4. 4-pitch walk, really. The only strike was a batter violation. Corners occupied. Double play is now in check for Caden Rector to stand in. He has reached both times he's singled and walked. Carson-Newman has double barrel action in its bullpen. Slivka and Shelton throwing. Shelton's been throwing since the 4th. Norris pauses at the belt. His first one to Rector's a pitch out for ball 1. Wanted to see what Tusculum was going to do with Ponte there. He has not stolen a base this year. He's at first base, see if he tries to break up a double play. And conversely, we'll see how Carson-Newman defensively plays the sequence if he does take off. 1-0 pause and Norris pitches, a ball in the dirt. And he's now missed on 6 straight. One was on purpose, a pitch out, but now he's fallen behind 2-0. 2 lefties up for Tusculum after Rector and Watson and Cage. 2-0 pause for Norris. He sets and offers. High fastball 3-0. Rector showed bunt and pulled it back. Figure with Shelton actively throwing, this could be the last batter potentially for Norris if he can't find the strike zone here. With a pair of lefties and a couple mixed in here at the bottom of the order. 3-0 to Rector, a high breaking ball, and it's a 4-pitch walk, consecutive 4-pitch walks, 8 straight misses. Now have loaded the bases for the Pioneers here in the 5th, and Jason White's out of the third base dugout. Ponte moves to second base, and Harrison Shelton's going to come in the game. Bases loaded, 1 out, a double to start the inning, then a ground out is the only out of the inning. Consecutive walks have loaded things up for the Pioneers here in the 5th inning. It's 4-3 Tusculum, bases loaded, 1 out. Harrison Shelton coming in for Carson-Newman when we return to Eastman Credit Union Field at Pioneer Park here on the Eagles Sports Network.
My favorite thing about my community? The safety, the reliability, the people. We rely on each other, and we rely on local electric co-op. It's not just about electricity. It's about empowering community, empowering moments, empowering safety, empowering togetherness, empowering knowledge. That's why when I need something, I rely on my co-op. I trust my co-op because the co-op is us. We are the co-op. AEC, member-owned and service-driven.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
Redshirt freshman Harrison Shelton, the lefty from Clinton, Tennessee, is into the game for the 5th time this season. 2 complete innings for Shelton. He's allowed a hit with 2 walks and a strikeout. And he enters for the Eagles here in the 5th with the bases loaded, 1 out on the board, and a pair of left-handed hitters coming up for Tusculum in this situation. 4-3 Pioneers. They've got him loaded, trying to extend the lead here in the 5th inning of play. Shelton set to make his first appearance since recording an out against Trevecca Nazarene on March 3rd. Again, he will face a couple of lefties here, Watson and Cage. The next 2 batters, Watson's now at the plate. A left-handed hitter will face a lefty for the first time this weekend. Shelton has faced 3 lefties this year and has recorded 3 outs against the 3 lefties he's faced. First one on the way. Breaking ball outside, ball 1 from Shelton. Now basically, Carson-Newman just needs some strikes here. Make this Pioneers offense, put this ball in play to extend the lead. Don't help them out. 1-0 pause. The freshman's pitch is a slider that breaks across the plate for a strike. Feels like a big momentum swing could come with this sequence as well. Can Shelton maybe just give up a run on an out trading out for a run here and get out of this thing, or will Tusculum break it open a bit? Watson waits for a 1-1. It's a slider in the dirt, ball 2. Double barrel action again for Carson-Newman in its bullpen. Drew Fletcher and Denver Slivka both active. Bases loaded for the Pioneers. They're up 4-3 in the 5th. There's one out. Corners play in for Carson-Newman as Shelton's 2-1 as a check swing grounder to short. Jono Pierce will flip to third. High flip, but the force out is made. Big out. Pierce's only play, moving to his left in the hole, or moving to his right in the hole, was a bare hand flip to Gibson at third. So the Eagles get the force out. 6-5 at third. A run scores. It's 5-3. And here's Evan Cage. Fielder's choice puts Watson aboard. Rector moves to second. Ponte, the runner, out on the 6-5 putout at third. And Landon Dockery scored on that play. 2 away for Evan Cage as Shelton offers a fastball high and inside for ball 1. So there's Carson-Newman trading it out for a run. And now can Shelton get this final out and get Carson-Newman back to the bat rack, down just 2. That's now the objective. Limit the damage here in the 5th. Shelton comes set. Carson-Newman's infield plays normal depth as Shelton drops in a breaking ball inside for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. It's 5-3 Tusculum. They have 2 on and 2 out with a 2-run lead. The lefty Shelton comes set. His 2-0 pitch is a breaking ball for a strike. Pioneers have just 1 hit in the inning. 2 have reached this frame because of walks. Shelton's 2-1 to the plate as a fastball hit out towards center field. Smith moves to his right, positioned well, makes the catch on the run, and the inning is over. So Harrison Shelton comes in and limits the damage done by the Pioneers. They have scored 4 unanswered, though, as a fielder's choice scores a run in the 5th for Tusculum. They have just 1 hit in the frame that has no errors, and Tusculum Strayans 2. Shelton gets things done for Carson, gets him out of the jam by recording a pair of outs to end the 5th. 5-3 Tusculum. Carson-Newman's offense back to work, down 2 as we head to this 6th inning of this 2nd game of the series, first of the doubleheader on this Saturday afternoon in Greenville, Tennessee on the Eagle Sports Network.
In 2025, we celebrate 130 years of Carson-Newman athletics. Over the years, the teams at Carson-Newman have been known for their toughness and Christian spirit. Through the decades, teams and individuals playing at the highest levels have brought recognition for this little school on the banks of Mossy Creek. While we remember the past, we look towards the future. So join the Eagle Club today as we continue to support our athletes and coaches through funding and facilities. Talons up.
Join the Eagle Club today. Visit cneagles.com/Eagle Club.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
Carson-Newman enters the 6th inning down 5-3. Pioneers have scored the last 4 to turn a 2-run deficit into a 2-run lead as the 6, 7, and 8 hitters and Carson-Newman's batting order come to the plate against Bryce Anders, who's starting to figure things out. He gave up 2 in the 3rd, but has tossed back-to-back scoreless innings as Smith gets all over a first pitch. It's hooking near the line. It drops in and hits off the left field wall. It's a fair ball. Smith sprinting towards second base. He slides in safely with a leadoff double. Braxton was also close away from his 2nd home run of the weekend and hits it off the bottom half of the wall on a line as it was hooking near the line. Smith has his first hit of the contest, and it's Carson-Newman's 3rd extra base hit, 2nd double of the day, and the Eagles have the leadoff batter aboard for just the 2nd time today. Here's John O'Pierce, swing and a miss at his first pitch he sees. Strike one from Anders. Big swing by Smith. Tusculum has a guy throwing in the bullpen as Anders tries to navigate this sixth inning. 0-1 pause for Pierce. Now he offers to Pierce a ball in the dirt that Jono stays away from. Ball one on Carson-Newman shortstop. Anders entering this start had only gone 6 innings, and one of his other 6 starts this year, that was his second of the year against Charleston back on February 9th. 1-1 breaking ball away, 2-1. He went 5 1/3 against Anderson in 4 conference starts. Or check that, 5 conference starts. That is the only, now that's his longest outing of the year in conference play. 2-1 to Pierce, outside and low for ball 3. He's allowed 3 or more runs in 3 straight starts. He's done that in this one, so now it's 4 straight. He's behind 3-1 on Pierce. It's a strike, and now Pierce will stand back in and wait on a payoff. Anders has walked just 1 batter in what is his 25th face so far. All right, he sets with 10 on the pitch clock. Now pitches at 8, and Pierce grounds one through the right side, a base hit into right field. Smith around third. He's headed home. The throw at the plate is not in time. Smith gets around the tag as well. It's an RBI single from John O'Pierce, and the Eagles are within a run. Big time 3-2 swing by John O'Pierce. Smith hustles around third to score, and Carson-Newman has trimmed the lead to 1, and Tusculum is making a change. Head coach Brandon Steele is going to make the call to the bullpen. Consecutive base hits for the Eagles here in the 6th inning has ended Bryce Anders' 7th start of the year. John O'Pierce has his 3rd RBI of the year to extend or to limit Tusculum's lead down to 1. 5-4, we'll tell you about Tusculum's new pitcher. With nobody out in the 6th inning, it's a 1-run game here on the Eagles Sports Network now.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with their $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Looking to make your home more comfortable and affordable? Maybe with a new electric heat pump or new attic insulation? And don't forget new doors and windows. AEC is here to help. We have a quality contractor network, easy financing, and incentives for home upgrades. Plus, AEC carefully inspects every job to ensure the highest quality satisfaction. Visit our website at aeccoop.org for applications, contractor lists, and more details. AEC, power what matters most.
First call to the bullpen here on this Saturday afternoon for Tusculum, and they are going for a junior pitcher from Knoxville, Tennessee, Will Webb, a Cleveland State Community College transfer from Hardin Valley Academy. Takes the mound for the Pioneers for the 10th time this season. This will be his 8th appearance out of the bullpen. He has made 2 starts. They were midweek starts against Trevecca Nazarene. Or check that, one was a midweek start against Trevecca Nazarene back in February. The other was a conference start 1 week ago against Newberry, but he gave up 5 runs. So he's coming out of the bullpen for the 8th time this year. And in his previous 7 bullpen appearances, 4 of them have been scoreless efforts, although half of them have featured runs scored, but only 2 of those 4 games he's allowed runs. He has seen allowed earned runs so far. Longest relief outing of the year was 2 1/3 against Wingate back on February 28th, and against Charleston, what was his first appearance of the year. 19 innings pitched for Will Webb, a 6.1 ERA. With 9 strikeouts and just 13 walks, he's allowed 3 home runs out of the bullpen this season. 2 of them came in one game. He's not allowed a home run in 5 straight outings. He takes the mound for the Pioneers, relieving Bryce Sanders with Carson Cochran set to come to the plate with John O'Pierce at first after the RBI single. Cochran shows bunt, pulls it back, and takes a high fastball for ball 1. Tusculum's bullpen has looked to some guys that have started this year to try to fill some innings as Webb comes set. Pierce a short lead. Cochran bunts it up the first base side, but it's foul. Yesterday we saw Walker Pedante, a guy that had made 6 starts, try to close the game, and that didn't work for Tusculum. He blew the save and suffered his 3rd loss, and now Will Webb, guy that's made 2 starts, makes another bullpen appearance here and a 1-run game in the 6th inning. 1-1. Cochran shows bunt again, pulls it back late because the fastball from Webb was high and inside. 2-1. Eagles trying to rally from a 2-run deficit. They've scored once in the 6th inning to bring to a halt what was 4 straight runs by TU. 5-4 game as Webb sets and pitches a breaking ball low and inside. Cochran showed bunt and pulled it back again because another pitch missed the zone. 3-1. Hitters count for the catcher Cochran, who is the first batter to face the reliever Webb. The 3-1. Cochran bunts it back to the pitcher Webb. He will look to second and then throw to first. It'll go down as a sacrifice bunt to put a runner in scoring position for the 9-hitter Gibson. Second sack bunt of the weekend for Carson-Newman baseball. Pierce to second with 1 away.
Third baseman, Aiden Gibson.
A couple of things situationally yesterday that head coach Tom Griffin did not believe his team executed, whether it was trying to hit the ball to the right side with the guy at second in less than an out, or placing down a sacrifice bunt as Gibson waits on the first pitch and grounds it sharply foul down the line at third. Today, for the most part, they've executed situationally. Cochran does it there with his sacrifice bunt to put Pierce in scoring position for Aiden Gibson with 1 out and a 1-run game. Webb comes set in the pitch to Gibson, high and inside, and it grazed his left shoulder and hit him. Second time Gibson's been hit this weekend. He sprints up to first, and that puts 2 aboard for the Eagles here in the 6th inning, and the lineup card turns back to the top for Colton Evans. Colton Evans bats for the 4th time in 6 innings. He doubled in the 4th. First one from Webb, high and inside, and it hit Evans. Back-to-back inside and high fastballs have hit Gibson and now Evans. And just like that, the bases are loaded for Carson-Newman. 2 pitches, 2 hit batters. And now Maddox Green with the bases loaded for Carson-Newman. Pierce to third, Evans to first. Gibson now the runner at second. Tusculum's got double barrel action, a lefty and a righty throwing, as Will Webb in just 8 pitches has put 2 more runners aboard on consecutive hit-by pitches. Here's Maddox Green. First one to him is a fastball in there for a strike. Well, this is the guy you'd like to have at the plate if you're Carson-Newman with specifically the bases loaded this year. Maddox Green with the bases loaded is 3 of 5 this year at the plate. He has a third of the team's hits with the bases loaded. 0-1 to him. Ball in the dirt, blocked by Gagnon. And it's 1-1. This is a statistic that is not a good one for Carson-Newman. It is 9 of 52 this year with the bases loaded. $173 with the bases loaded at the plate. 1-2, Green hits it sharply to third, under the glove, Goins at third. This will tie the game. Gibson rounding third. He'll give the lead to Carson-Newman. 2-run score on Maddox Green's base hit, and the Eagles lead 6-5. We'll see if they call it an error or if it is a base hit for Maddox Green. Regardless, it will be a 2-run knock from Green to give Carson-Newman the lead back. The scoreboard here at Pioneer Park has posted a third error. Officially, it's not been statistically recorded yet as Colton Evans moves to second as Logan Floyd swings and misses. It is going to be a fielding error that allows 2 runs to score. Pearson Gibson scored. First and second, 1 out, 0-1 count on Floyd. Swing and a drive towards center field. Moving to his right is Cage. He catches the ball on a line for the second out of the inning. 2 away on the flyout, and here comes Bradley Soto Diaz. Ball hit on the ground. That's the second fielding error by Evan Goins in this game. So Green will only be charged with 1 RBI. And what is now a 3-run 6th inning to give Carson-Newman the advantage. Soto Diaz bats with 2 on and 2 out, and the Eagles up by 1. Swing and a chopper foul down the line at third. The Eagles started the inning with 2 hits. A couple of hit batters helped the Eagles load them up, and then Green's ball in the infield that led to an error is why they have collected a 1-run lead again. 0-1 to Soto Diaz. Ball outside, 1-1. So it won't be another hit for Carson-Newman with the bases loaded, but it's a productive play from CN's standpoint because it was hit well enough that Goins made the error. Probably one of those 2 that could have been 55-45. Either way you rule it. 1-1. Soto Diaz checked his swing and did go around on that breaking ball that was outside and low. It's strike 2 on Carson-Newman's senior right fielder in his first season in the orange and blue. Will Webb trying to limit the damage. 2 unearned runs have scored on his line in this 6th inning. Here's the 1-2 home. It's a fastball inside and low. For ball 2, deuces across the scoreboard. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 in scoring position for Carson-Newman, trying to grow its lead potentially. Webb's pitch. Swing and a sharp grounder foul. Soto Diaz out in front of a changeup. The umpires are chatting things over. I heard somebody shout that's interference. And so now the umpiring crew has gathered in front of the pitcher's mound and is talking things over. I'm not sure if it was on the catcher or not in Gagan. The home plate umpire is about to point toward home. And whether interference is going to be called here or not, and it is called. So Soto Diaz, I think, on his backswing hit Gagan's glove. And so he will be granted first base. And that'll load the bases with 2 outs for Cole Nathan. Inning continues, and head coach Brandon Steele from Tusculum's dugout is talking with the home plate umpire and the third base umpire here in this middle game of the series in the first of the day. Mike Matthew Simpson, he called the balls and strikes yesterday. I think it was the third base umpire that called it and then wanted to converse with his crew and make sure it was confirmed that it was catcher's interference on Gagan, who was just threw his hands in the air, was a little confused by the play. So the bases are going to be loaded for the second time in this inning on catcher's interference on a 2-2 pitch that was fouled off by Bradley Soto Diaz. Extended conversation here between Tusculum's manager and 2 umpires, and now it ends. Catcher's interference loads things up, and head coach Tom Griffin now wants the request for a time out. unofficially. Baseball doesn't have timeouts, but he'll request for time here and talk strategy. He'll bring all three of his runners, Evans, Green, and Soto Diaz, into a conversation in a huddle with basically his entire coaching staff. Trey Miller, Luke Goforth, Jason White, Brendan Krob join in with the three runners and the batter Cole Nathan for how they want to go after this situation. The meeting is over. The runners return to their bases. Will Webb, after this extended break, is now going to get a conversation from his pitching coach. Pioneers have two guys loosening, and a righty and a left-hander, and so I wonder if this could be to allow those two to continue to warm up a little bit more. It was a quick sprint out there by Tusculum's assistant coach. Todd Ireland. And now he will sprint back to the first base dugout. So it was not to delay this situation at all. He wanted to give some advice and some strategy to his reliever, Will Webb, who pitches with the bases loaded for the second time in the inning. Bases loaded for Cole Nathan with 2 outs in the 6th inning. Webb's first one home. Breaking ball away, ball 1. Evans is the runner at third. Green's at second after he reached on a 2-run error that gave Carson-Newman the lead, and Soto Diaz is at first after catcher's interference. This is Carson-Newman's 9th batter to the frame. 0-1, or 1-0 is a strike. Now it's 1-1. Nathan batting with the bases loaded for Carson-Newman for the 5th time this year. He is 1 of 4 this season with the bases loaded for an Eagles team that's 9 of 53 with the bases loaded this year. 1-1. Swinging a ground ball to second. It is fielded cleanly by Smith, and he throws to first. Inning's over. Tusculum escapes what could have been a disastrous inning, but Carson-Newman has a productive frame from its standpoint. It scores 3 times on 2 hits. An error helps Carson-Newman take the lead, but they do strand the bases loaded. The Eagles have stranded 8 guys through 6 innings, but they have regained the lead 6-5 as we head to the home half of the 6th inning. Harrison Shelton back to work for Carson-Newman out of the bullpen. With the Eagles up 6-5 after a 3-run 6th inning, Tusculum brings its bottom 3 hitters to the order in the 6th when we return to Pioneer Park on the Eagles Sports Network.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
All right, back for the home half of the 6th inning. Andrew Rogers, glad to welcome you back on what is a beautiful Saturday afternoon for baseball in Greenville, Tennessee. Harrison Shelton got the final 2 outs of the 5th. He's back out for the 6th and misses to Jack Gagan to start the inning with a fastball low for ball 1. Eagles lead 6-5 after a 3-run top half of inning 6. So Shelton's 1-0 is jammed in on the inside part of the plate. Gagan rolls it softly to second where Nathan fields cleanly and throws him out for out number 1. Good first out for Carson-Newman. This is a pitching staff that has allowed Tusculum to get the leadoff guy on twice, and they've scored runs off those opportunities. Shelton starts this 6th inning with an out, and now faces the lefty Mason Johnson, who takes a strike. Shelton's been a nice addition to Carson-Newman's pitching staff this year, the only left-hander to throw. He's recorded 3 outs so far, matching his career best. Swing and a line drive to center field. Smith charging in, dives and makes the catch. Fantastic defensive play by Braxton Smith as he lays out full extension for a diving catch in straightaway center to rob Johnson of a base hit, and there's 2 outs in the 6th inning now. Terrific play from the sophomore, who was a center fielder all of his high school career. Trey Miller owned that spot all of last year. And for Smith to see time on the field, he had to play the corners, but this year has taken charge of the center field spot. And it's defensive plays like that as to why. As Shelton starts Jake Smith with the strike, the next one gets away from Cochran. It was low and inside for ball 1. Terrific defensive play by Carson-Newman's center fielder, Braxton Smith, here in the 6th inning. 2 quick outs for Shelton. This is the most outs he's recorded in his career now. 1-1. Changeup missed high. It is a 2-ball, 1-strike count. Shelton sets his breaking ball, drops in knee high to Jake Smith, and the count is even at 2-2. This is one of those shutdown innings when a team scores 3 times. Can they compound that with a scoreless frame? That's what Shelton's trying to do here. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a ground ball to third. Gibson moves to his left, fields on the run, throws to first, inning over. 1-2-3, 6th inning from Harrison Shelton. He got help from his defense in the inning. A fly out by Mason Johnson that needed a Braxton Smith diving play to record the out, paired with 2 ground outs, is why Shelton tosses a 1-2-3 6th inning. It's Carson-Newman 6, Tusculum 5 after 6 innings of baseball at Pioneer Park. Eagles lead and try to add to that after this.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
In 2025, we celebrate 130 years of Carson-Newman athletics. Over the years, the teams at Carson-Newman have been known for their toughness and Christian spirit. Through the decades, teams and individuals playing at the highest levels have brought recognition for this little school on the banks of Mossy Creek. While we remember the past, we look towards the future. So join the Eagle Club today as we continue to support our athletes and coaches through funding and facilities. Talons up.
Join the Eagle Club today. Visit cneagles.com/Eagle Club.
Will Webb goes back to work for a Tusculum team that trailed by 2, then took a 2-run lead, but Carson-Newman has scored the last 4 runs of this game, or check that, last 3 runs to take a 1-run advantage as we get set to start the 7th. It'll be 6, 7, 8. Braxton Smith, John O. Pierce, and Carson Cochran are Carson-Newman's scheduled hitters here in inning number 7. The Eagles lead at 6-5. Get the shutdown frame in the bottom half of that 6th inning after the Eagles scored 3 times in the top half of the 6th. The pitching of Harrison Shelton blanks the Pioneers and gets Carson-Newman's offense back to work as Braxton Smith takes ball 1 low. Eagles batted around in that 6th inning to score 3 times as Will Webb comes set And the 1-0 to Smith. Fastball knee high, a strike. Braxton stands back in. He is 2 for 3, or check that, 1 for 3 today, and floats one into right. Diving effort. Ponte comes up with it. So Smith robbed Mason Johnson of a base hit in the bottom of the 6th inning, and now Smith is robbed of a base hit as Ponte makes the diving catch for the first out of the 7th inning. Good defensive play by Alejandro Ponte, the freshman right fielder. First pitch to Jono Pierce is outside from Will Webb. Jono started the 3-run 6th inning for Carson-Newman with his single through the right side, his 3rd RBI of the year. Webb sets at the belt and is 0-1 to Pierce, or 1-0 to Pierce is a strike. It's a 1-1 count. Carson-Newman trying to win another series. Would be its 2nd straight series win. And also trying to extend this winning streak. 1-1 to Jono is a soft roller to short. Rector fields cleanly. Krops a high throw. Pulls Johnson off the bag. It also went over his head. And Pierce will stay put at first base. And it might be another fielding error. Another error on Tusculum. This is a throwing error on Caden Rector, the 5th error by Tusculum's defense today. Yeah, this is a team that is last in the SAC in fielding percentage. Just a .955 fielding percentage entering the weekend. They have committed another error in this game. Their 5th of the game, most errors in a game this year by the Pioneers. First one to Carson Cochran, swing and a miss. 4 strike 1. Cochran in this game 1 of 2 at the plate. As he stands back in, Webb gets set and picks to first. Jono Pierce was dancing over there and has to dive back on a head-first effort. Carson-Newman softball today falls 4-3. Eagles tried to rally in the 7th. Trailed 4-1 as Pierce checked on again at first base. Eagles scored twice in the 7th. Loaded the bases with nobody out. But the only way Carson-Newman scored in the 7th was on a pair of ground outs to score runs as Cochran takes inside for ball 1. Single walk loaded things up for Carson-Newman, but they were unable to score against Cora, Kilgore, and Anderson. The Trojans win the opener of that doubleheader 4-3. They'll play the 2nd game in about a half hour. Pierce takes off. The 1-1 is a line drive into center field, a base hit. Pierce rounding 2nd. He's headed for 3rd and will get there without a throw. Hit and run executed to perfection by Carson Cochran. He's got another multi-hit day, and the corners are occupied for CN here in the 7th with 1 out. Good piece of hitting by Carson Cochran, and now CN's 3rd baseman, Aiden Gibson, will probably face a new pitcher. It's going to be the end of the line for Will Webb. He faces 10 batters and is going to be relieved here as Brandon Steele makes the call to the bullpen and is asking for a right-handed arm. 6-5 game. Carson-Newman's taking the lead. After 3 runs in the 6th inning, they're up 1, trying to add more here in the 7th. They've got the corners occupied and 1 out in the frame. They'll face a new pitcher when we return to Eastman Credit Union Field at Pioneer Park here on the Eagle Sports Network.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with her $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Looking to make your home more comfortable and affordable? Maybe with a new electric heat pump or new attic insulation? And don't forget new doors and windows. AEC is here to help. We have a quality contractor network, easy financing, and incentives for home upgrades. Plus, AEC carefully inspects every job to ensure the highest quality satisfaction. Visit our website at aeccoop.org for applications, contractor lists, and more details. AEC, power what matters most.
New pitcher for the Pioneers is senior right-hander Luke Macon. He's a 6'2", 210-pound graduate student from Wake Forest, North Carolina, from Caldwell Tech and Heritage High School in North Carolina. He is relieving Will Webb in the 7th inning. The situation is 1st and 3rd, and 1 out for Macon, who is making his 10th appearance of the year. This is his 27th appearance as a Tusculum Pioneer. He pitched 14 times 2 years ago, had a 6.2 ERA, only made 3 appearances last year, but did pitch 8 1/3 innings, had a 7.5 ERA this year. He's pitched 8 2/3 innings, over 9 appearances, all of which have been out of the bullpen. He has allowed 15 hits, only 9 earned runs, but 16 total runs allowed, a 9.3 ERA for Macon. Or Luke Macon, rather. This season, a 2.65 whip for Macon, who gets ready for his 10th appearance of the year. He has only recorded 1 out in each of his last 3 relief outings. He has not pitched in 11 days and is pitching for the first time since March 10th at King, and that was the 3rd pitching effort and what was 3 straight for him. He pitched 5 times in 6 games for Tusculum there, spanning the end of February into early March. So has it had some extended rest and goes to work against Aiden Gibson here, and Gibson tries to bunt it up the first base line in a squeeze situation there, and Gibson fouls it off for strike 1. No balls in his strike. Corners occupied here. Pierce has reached in an error and advanced to 3rd on Carson Cochran's single center. Carson's got a multi-hit day for the 3rd time this month and 3rd time in his career as well. 0-1 to Gibson. Instead, it goes on a pick play to 3rd. Macon a look into his catcher, Gagan. And now the 0-1 is a breaking ball away. Gibson did not square around. He looked like he was going to bunt, but knew it was outside the whole time. So it's ball 1 on Aiden. 0 for 2 is the senior 3rd baseman. Scored a run after being hit by a pitch in the 6th. 1-1. He grounds one on a chopper to short. Rector fields it off the first top, throws the second for 1, back to first. Double play, inning over. Luke Macon comes in and gets a ground out that turns into a double play, and the Pioneers get out of the inning. Carson-Newman had the corners occupied and 1 out, but Gibson's double play ball erases the threat. It's a 6-4-3 turn, the second double play by Tusculum's defense in this game. We stretch here at Pioneer Park after a scoreless 7th in which Carson-Newman got 2 runners aboard thanks to a hit and an error, but they strand a runner after the frame. Eagles by a run, 6-5 here on the Eagles Sports Network. Because it's Top of the order for Tusculum as we head to the home half of the 7th inning. It'll be Landon Dockery to lead things off against Harrison Shelton here in the 7th. Shelton going to ride this thing out. He's faced 5 batters and has recorded 5 outs out of the bullpen. Eagles stick with him against the top of Tusculum's order here to begin the 7th. First pitch to the left fielder is a fastball high for ball 1. Remember, this is a Tusculum order that has 5 lefties in it, and 2 are scheduled to hit this inning in Goins and Ponte. So that's probably why Shelton's back out there as Dockery fouls off a 1-0 fastball for strike 1 into the screen right side. Figures Shelton will get the 2 lefties, and maybe they'll pull him. We'll see how much of a leash they give him. Could depend on how effective he is in this 7th as the 1-1 fastball misses inside, 2 balls and a strike. Shelton, again, this is a career-long effort. His previous long was 3 innings in his 2nd career appearance earlier this year. 2-1 set. The pitch is a high fastball, 3-1 on Landon Dockery. Pioneers trail 6-5. Carson-Newman has the game's last 3 runs. That came in the 6th. The 3-1 to Dockery. High fastball, ball 4, 5-pitch walk. Shelton's first base runner that he's allowed to reach. Is how the 7th inning starts. Now a lefty-lefty matchup here. Eagles have had Denver Slifka and Drew Fletcher throwing. That's who continues to throw. So figure Carson-Newman will go to one of those 2 potentially in this 7th inning, probably after these pair of lefties hit, as Tom Griffin's going to talk things over with his young freshman lefty with the tying run on base. This will be Shelton's 7th and 8th batters should he get these 2 lefties. His first batter he faced was Colby Watson, who is the 5 hitter. Goins is at the plate right now. He's the 2 hitter. Shelton's gone an inning and 2/3 of scoreless baseball. If you're just joining us, it's been another fun back and forth game here in the 2nd game of this 3-game series. The finale is after this one. It'll be a 7-inning game when this one's complete, about a half hour after it. Christian Henderson allowed 4 runs in 3 1/3 and 17 batters faced, struck out 2. Then Eli Norris came in. He recorded 3 outs despite only throwing 3 strikes to 5 batters. And it's been Harrison Shelton to get the other 5 outs since scoreless baseball so far. Infield plays in, Goins shows bunt, and will bunt it back to Shelton, who moves to his left. Fields throws to first, and Floyd pulled his foot off the first base bag. Shelton's throw was a little high and wide for Floyd. He couldn't keep his right foot on the bag. And now runners are at first and second with nobody out. Carson-Newman head coach Tom Griffin wants to talk it over with Michael Simpson, who made the call. Coach Griffin's going to put his toes on the third base line and talk with the umpire, who just made the call. First and second, nobody out. The Pioneers were trying to move the runner into scoring position, and Shelton's throw, he had to rush it a little bit because he bobbled the grounder as he fielded it, moving to his left. And his bobble forced him to rush the throw just a hair more than he wanted to. And the runner will stay safe at first base after an extended discussion between the 3 umpires. So first and second, nobody out, and Alejandro Ponte to the plate. He's 0 for 6 this weekend and has reached base just once. That was by a walk last time he came to the plate in the 5th. See if he has a sacrifice bunt in play here. It is your 3-hitter, though. He is showing bunt early here, so expect it here. Shelton has come set, and here's his pitch. It's a slider that Ponte missed on the bunt for strike 1. Well, Tusculum once again convinced to give Carson-Newman an out here. Ponte early again showing bunt. Floyd at first is charging in quickly. Ponte shows it, tries to get it down, and did not. It is a strike. 0-2 on Ponte. Stepped in front of the plate as well to try to bunt that ball. 0-2, no outs. We'll see if Ponte now swings away. He's missed on 2 bunt attempts. First and second, nobody out here in the 7th in a 1-run game. Carson-Newman ahead. Shelton pitches an 0-2. Swing and a miss by Ponte. Went to a slider away, and Shelton got the chase from the 3-hitter Ponte for the first out. Big time 3-pitch sequence. Ponte can't execute the sacrifice, and now Shelton faces Caden Rector. And pitching coach Jason White's going to ask for a righty, so they're not going to leave Shelton out there with 2 lefties after Rector. The Eagles will turn to a righty to face Tusculum's cleanup hitter, who's reached all 3 times he's come to the plate. Denver Slifka into the game with 2 on and 1 out in the 7th. Eagles clinging to a 1-run lead here on the Eagles Sports Network.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
Denver Slifka into the game to face Tusculum's cleanup hitter with 2 on and 1 out here in inning number 7, with Carson-Newman winning 6-5 here on the Eagles Sports Network. Here's more numbers on Denver Slifka. He has a 7 ERA in 7 appearances in 7 2/3 innings pitched, but his last 4 appearances, which have been 3 innings total, have been scoreless baseball, including a win against Lee 11 days ago. He takes the mound and comes set for the first pitch against Caden Rector here in the 7th. It's after Rector, and it's high and inside for ball 1. Slifka into the game, 6'3" freshman from Knoxville, Tennessee. One of a bunch of freshmen that have made their CN debuts this season, and Slifka's gotten better with each outing, it appears, as he's continued on this year, as his breaking ball misses outside. It's 2-0. Again, this is an Eagles bullpen that's been tested and how deep they can go because of a whole host of injuries. Jackson Underwood, an experienced righty with 60 innings under his belt this year, is down for the year with an injury. 2-0 pause for Slifka, 2 on and 1 out. The 2-0 to Rector's high and inside. It's now 3-0. So that has tested some of these guys like Slifka, Fletcher, Adams, Shelton, among others. Alec Wilson, Gavin Greiner. 3-0. Slifka pitching for Carson-Newman right now. He's facing Caden Rector and just walked him on 4 pitches. 3rd time Rector's been walked. 3rd straight time he's been walked. And the bases are loaded for Tusculum with Colby Watson batting. Tusculum's runners have reached here in the 7th on a walk, an error, and a walk. Bases loaded for Colby Watson to try to tie and take the lead for his team. Carson-Newman's got double barrel action again in that bullpen. Every time the Eagles have had activity, it's been multiple guys out there. Slifka trying to find the zone for the first time. His first pitch gets away from Carson Cochran. Game's going to be tied on a wild pitch to make it 6-6. Scoring from 3rd is Landon Dockery. Goins to 3rd and Rector to 2nd. Slifka's missed with all 5 of his pitches. Two in scoring position. Carson-Newman's infield comes in, and a game tied at 6 here in the 7th. 1-0. High fastball, 2-0 from Slifka. Redshirt freshman trying to find it here in a game that is now tied after a passed ball. 2-0 to Watson. Fastball knee-high, a strike. Slifka in his 7th offering has found the strike zone. It's 2-1 now. We have gone back and forth throughout the first game and now this one in this series. Can Tusculum go back in front here in the 7th? Two in scoring position. The 2-1 is popped up foul behind third, and it's a 2-2 count now. Colby Watson today 1 for 3 with an RBI. His RBI was a ground down in the 5th. His base hit came in the 4th. He doubled and later scored on a Mason Johnson double. 6 all, 2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 in scoring position. Slifka's pitch is a breaking ball, just barely popped up foul behind third into the 5th row. Sun shining on this Eastman Credit Union Field here in Greenville, Tennessee at Pioneer Park. Middle game of the 3-game series between Carson-Newman and Tusculum. The Eagles have the advantage after winning the opener yesterday. Here's again a 2-2 from Slifka. Grounded foul into the Tusculum dugout. Forces 2 guys to leap out of the way. And Watson, the DH, continues to battle against the freshman righty Slifka. Slifka started to find it. He missed on his first 6 pitches, but he's found the zone on 4 straight. But Watson's battling with them. 2-2, swinging a line drive overneath, and it's second into right field, a base hit. Soto Diaz grabs the ball, he throws home. It's a good one. Cochran's tag is in time as the runner from second and Rector was trying to slide around the tag, never touched the bag, and Cochran finally tagged him out behind home plate for the second out. It is an RBI single for Colby Watson. He advances to second on the throw, and it's 7-6 Tusculum, but an out at home limits the damage. Oh, that's a critical 9-3 putout to get Rector at the dish. Second out, Goins scores to give the Pioneers the lead. Watson moves to second on the throw with 2 outs, and Evan Cage batting. 1-run lead for the Pioneers as Slifka comes set. His first one to Cage is outside for ball 1. We have our 3rd lead change of the day, and still 2 full innings potentially to play. We're in the 7th, and Tusculum's lead is back to 1, 7-6. 1-0 from Slifka. Swing and a drive to right center field. Bradley Soto Diaz is after it into the gap, but he won't get there as it hits off the base of the wall. Tusculum leads 8-6 on an Evan Cage RBI double to right. Tusculum's got its 8th hit, and it's second of the inning. It's a 3-run 7th to make it 8-6. Watson scores from second. Here comes Jack Gagan. Tusculum has 8 hits in this game, and 5 of them are doubles for a team that's second to last in the conference in doubles. Gagan stands in. He's got a single in the second and 3 plate appearances, and fouls one back to the bricks for strike 1. Slifka facing his 4th batter. It's gone walk, single, double since he's entered the mound. One pause for the freshman, and here's his pitch to Gagan, and it's hit on 1 hop to John O'Pierce. He grabs it off the infield dirt, throws to first where Floyd has to come off the bag and then had to dive with his glove to get it down to the first base bag in time to get there before the Tusculum catcher did. That's the third out of the inning. But the Pioneers send 7 to the plate, and they score 3 times in inning 7. It's a 3-run 7th on 2 base hits with an error in the inning as well. The Pioneers strand a runner. Another lead change. Tusculum up 2 after a 3-run 7th. We head to the 8th with CN down 2 on the Eagles Sports Network.
My favorite thing about my community? The safety, the reliability, the people. We rely on each other, and we rely on local electric co-op. It's not just about electricity. It's about empowering community, empowering moments, empowering safety, empowering togetherness, empowering knowledge. That's why when I need something, I rely on my co-op. I trust my co-op because the co-op is us. We are the co-op. AEC, member-owned and service-driven.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
Carson-Newman trails entering the 8th inning for the second straight night here on the Eagles Sports, second straight day here on the Eagles Sports Network. Last night they trailed entering the 8th inning and rallied in the 8th just for Tusculum to regain the lead in the bottom half of the 8th, just for Carson-Newman to score 3 times more in the 9th to win 8-6 last night. Going into the 8th inning of yesterday's series opener, Carson-Newman trailed 4-3. They scored twice in the 8th to lead 5-4 before Tusculum scored twice in the bottom half of the 8th to make it 6-5 before Carson-Newman scored 3 in the 9th to gain a 2-run lead that it would not lose, getting the final 3 outs to win. First pitch from Luke Macon to start the 8th is a strike to Colton Evans, who bats for the 5th time today. Against Luke Macon for the first time after that inning-ending double play to end the 7th as Evans drives one down the right field line. It is slicing and it goes foul for strike 2 on Evans. Evans will walk back to the batter's box before seeing an 0-2 from Macon. Can Carson-Newman rally in the late innings here on the road again? That's what they're trying to do if they want to win this series in this game. The Eagles entering the weekend had 1 win, trailing after 7. They've got 1 already this weekend as Evans pops one foul, fighting off an 0-2 breaking ball from Macon. Take you around the South Atlantic Conference, give you some scores as some of the middle games of the series this weekend come to an end. As we navigate through this 8th inning, Colton Evans waits on an 0-2, checked his swing, just barely nicked it into the screen to stay alive. 4 pitches and still just 2 strikes on Evans to start this 8th inning with Carson-Newman trailing 8-6. Mars Hills won the series against Wise. They win 9-5. Lions can sweep the Cavaliers later today. Evans hits one sharply to second. Smith keeps it in front, fields cleanly, throws to first out of the inning recorded on a 4-3 putout. Evans now 1 for 4. And the left fielder, Maddox Green, steps in with 1 away in the 8th. Lenore Ryan leads Coker 7-3 in the 7th. Emery and Henry close to knotting up this series with Anderson. It's 10-5 in the 8th. Newberry is 3 outs away from defeating Lincoln Memorial at 6-2 Wolves. And Cataba's up a run in the 5th on Wingate as Maddox Green takes a called strike from Macon. 2-run advantage for Tusculum after a 3-run 7th inning. Both teams have scored 3 runs in at least 1 inning. The Pioneers have done it twice. Innings 4 and 7. Strike 2 from Macon. He pumps another fastball knee-high to Green. 7th innings have killed Carson-Newman this year. The Eagles counting Tusculum's 3-run 7th have allowed 33 runs in the 7th inning this year. 0-2 from Macon. Green checked his swing and takes inside for ball 1. The 33 runs allowed in the 7th, by far the most in any inning this season for Carson-Newman's pitching staff. Grain pauses. And now he waits, and he rolls one to second. Smith charges, fields cleanly, flips to first base, and the flip is in time. There's 2 away as Smith is taking care of both of the ground ball outs here in the 8th. There's 2 outs for Logan Floyd.
First baseman, Logan Floyd.
Carson-Newman's offense has missed some really good opportunities. Even though they've scored 6 runs, they've left the bases loaded in this game. They were unable to score with 1st and 3rd and 1 out in the 7th, and left 2 on in each of the 1st and 3rd innings as Floyd takes a strike. Certainly those opportunities stand out more because the deficit's 2 this late in the game. A pause from Macon, and his 0-1 to Floyd is a breaking ball away, ball 1. In that 1st inning, Carson-Newman had 1st and 2nd with 2 outs and did not score. In the 3rd inning, the Eagles had 1st and 2nd with 2 outs and didn't score. As Floyd rips one sharply into left, and diving and making the catch is Landon Dockery. It was an awkward diving effort, but he made the play, tumbling into the outfield grass for the final out of the inning. Floyd hit it well, but right to the left fielder for the final out of the inning. A 1-2-3 8th inning from Luke Macon. It's the 3rd time Tusculum's staff has sent down the Eagles in order. We head to the home half of the 8th. Tusculum can add on to its 2-run lead when we return to Pioneer Park here on the Eagles Sports Network.
In 2025, we celebrate 130 years of Carson-Newman athletics. Over the years, the teams at Carson-Newman have been known for their toughness and Christian spirit. Through the decades, teams and individuals playing at the highest levels have brought recognition for this little school on the banks of Mossy Creek. While we remember the past, we look towards the future. So join the Eagle Club today as we continue to support our athletes and coaches through funding and facilities. Talons up.
Join the Eagle Club today. Visit cneagles.com/Eagle Club.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
Carson-Newman sent down an order in the top half of the 8th inning, and now it sends a new pitcher to the mound for the bottom half of inning number 8. It'll be McCain Mangum to start for Carson-Newman, or to pitch in the 8th inning for Carson-Newman. McCain is making his 8th appearance of the year, 6 innings total, a 10.5 ERA. 4 walks and 6 strikeouts. This will be the 2nd time he pitches against Tusculum this year. He tossed a scoreless inning in that midweek win back on February the 10th. He walked a batter and had a strikeout in that scoreless frame. He goes to work against 8, 9, and 1 of Tusculum's batting order. Mason Johnson will lead off for the Pioneers here in the 8th. Tusculum clinging to a 2-run advantage. All right, Mangum to work against Mason Johnson. First pitch of the inning is a ball that's hit well out towards center field. Braxton Smith on the run, can't get to it. It's over his head, and one hops off the wall. Another extra base hit for Tusculum's offense. This is the 2nd double by Mason Johnson. And for the Pioneers, it is their 5th double. Now check that, 6th double of 9 hits. And now Jake Smith. 6 doubles and 9 hits total for the Pioneers today. Swinging a foul ball by Smith. Again, this is a Tusculum team second to last in the SAC this year in doubles. But they've got 6 in this game alone to help try to snap this 6-game skid they're on. Oh, 1 dings off Cochran's glove, but he gets to it quickly to keep Johnson at second base. A 1-1 count now. By far the most doubles in a game by Tusculum this year. Their previous high was 3 on 3 different occasions. They've doubled that mark in this first of 2 today here in Greenville. 1-1. Mangum gets a ground ball to second. Softly hit. This will allow Johnson to trot to third, and Nathan makes the 4-3 put out on a throw to first base, and the throw back to third got away from Logan Floyd. Or got away from Aiden Gibson. I think Floyd overthrew the ball. I was writing down 4-3 put out in my score sheet, and the ball was launched across the diamond, I think by Floyd, and it's an error that extends Tusculum's lead to 9-6. Base is clear for the top of the order, and Landon Dockery, who swings and misses for strike 1. I did not see that play, and statistically, official stats haven't updated. I don't know if anybody saw that play. Scoreboard's not even updated, as Mangum drops in a breaking ball for ball 1. Now the scoreboard's updated. They may be getting a replay in the booth there. It is a throwing error on Logan Floyd. Carson-Newman's second error of the game. That brings home a run for the Pioneers to make it 9-6 as Mangum misses again. It's 2-1. Floyd must have thought he could have gotten the runner at first base, and his throw got away from Gibson at third. 2-1 breaking ball inside corner, strike 2, and it's an even count, 2-2. For now, that error brings home a run, and for now it's an earned run on McCade Mangum. 2-2, Dockery grounds 1 to short. Pierce charges, fields, and throws out Dockery, who's retired for the 3rd time. There's 2 outs now for Evan Goins. 9-6 Tusculum. They've got the game's last 4 runs. Nine-6 game. Carson-Newman's defense plays normal depth with nobody on, and 2 outs for Evan Goins. First pitch for Mangum. Fastball away, ball 1. 5th plate appearance for Evan Goins. He is 0 for 4, but has reached once. That was by a throwing error last half inning. The Mangum 1-0 is outside corner, and it clips in for a strike. A ball and a strike on Goins with 2 away in the 8th. And he grounds 1 to John O. Pierce, who charges it. Crow hops, and his throw is in time, inning over. A run scores for Tusculum in the 8th inning. They got a leadoff double, and then a throwing error brought home the run in the frame. It's 9-6 Tusculum as we head to the 9th. Carson-Newman trails heading to the 9th for the 2nd straight game. Can they rally once again? They'll have to do it from down 3. They'll have 4, 5, and 6 to up against Luke Macon, as the Pioneers are 3 outs away from snapping their 6-game skid here on the Eagles Sports Network.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with their $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
Luke Macon back out to work for Tusculum in what is a non-save situation. He took them out in the 8th inning for the final out of the 7th inning, rather, to try to keep Carson-Newman off the scoreboard. He's done that in the 5 outs he's recorded, but he entered the game with his team losing. He's still pitching, so he's in line for a win here. His team up by 3. Thanks to 4 unanswered runs. Can Carson-Newman rally for the 3rd time this year, 3rd time this month, and for the 2nd straight night and game in the 9th inning? Eagles have done it before this year. They're down 3, and they'll start with Bradley Soto Diaz batting for the 5th time today. He's 2 for 4. First one home, low fastball away for ball 1, and the top of the 9th is underway here from Pioneer Park. (1-0) to Soto Diaz, thrown behind him. Fastball well outside. It's 2 balls and no strikes. Well, 9th inning comebacks, and any comeback has to start with getting that leadoff guy aboard. That's how Carson-Newman was able to rally yesterday. Aiden Gibson was hit by a pitch with 2 strikes on him to start that 9th inning yesterday. Here's the 2-0 to Soto Diaz. This one nearly hit him. It's high and inside, and it's ball 3. Again, just got to put some pressure on this Tusculum staff that has had trouble closing some games this year. They've been very competitive, but they have fallen apart in these late innings in consecutive games. Next one to Soto Diaz is a strike waist high. They gave up 3 runs in the 8th and 9th innings to Trevecca Nazarene on Wednesday to a ranked Trojans team and lost that game in extra innings, and then lost yesterday, blowing a 1-run lead in the 9th. 3-1 to Soto Diaz, high and inside, ball 4. And the Eagles have the leadoff guy aboard to start the final inning. Cole Nathan coming up, and Brandon Steele is out of the bullpen. He's not going to run Luke Macon anymore. The Pioneers are going to the pen here in the 9th. Carson-Newman has a runner on base. They're down 9-6. They're going to need more runners and runs if they want to rally again in the 9th. They trail by 3, and Tusculum's bringing in a new pitcher here on the Eagles Sports Network.
In 2025, we celebrate 130 years of Carson-Newman athletics. Over the years, the teams at Carson-Newman have been known for their toughness and Christian spirit. Through the decades, teams and individuals playing at the highest levels have brought recognition for this little school on the banks of Mossy Creek. While we remember the past, we look towards the future. So join the Eagle Club today as we continue to support our athletes and coaches through funding and facilities. Talons up.
Join the Eagle Club today. Visit seeaneagles.com/Eagle Club.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
Tusculum's 3rd reliever of the game, 4th pitcher of the day is sophomore righty Cooper Emery from Lakeland, Florida. Sophomore comes in. He has a team-high 2 saves this season. 11 total appearances for the righty, a 5.8 ERA in 12 1/3 innings. Out of Lakeland, Florida, this is his 2nd season pitching with the Pioneers. This will be career appearance 30. He has 5 career saves, 2 this year, 3 last year. This season, 12 1/3 innings pitched, 12 hits allowed, 8 runs, 7 walks, and 6 strikeouts. He has given up runs in 2 straight outings and in 4 of his last 5 appearances. He only recorded an out and gave up 2 runs in the 9th inning of that loss at Trevecca Nazarene. He was the reason the Trojans rallied on Wednesday. He gets redemption just against a different team here as he tries to save the game for Tusculum. Luke Macon would be in line for the victory, and this would be a save situation for Cooper Emery. It would be Macon's first win, and it would be Emery's 3rd save if he can do the job. All right, Cole Nathan's Carson-Newman's 5-hitter. He bats with Soto Diaz at first. First pitch from the sophomore reliever is outside for ball 1. Carson-Newman trailing by 3. Tusculum has scored the last 4 runs to lead by 3. The 4 runs have been scored in innings 7 and 8. Can Carson-Newman put up a crooked number here and rally again? Emery pauses, a 1-0 to Nathan. Fastball for a strike. Tusculum's got 2 relievers throwing. 1 lefty, 1 righty, should this thing get interesting even more in this 9th inning. Just the second batter of the inning, Soto Diaz, Durawakis at first. 1-1. Nathan drives one out towards center field. Back goes Cage. He gets to the wall. He is there to make the catch. And there's 1 out. Soto Diaz was halfway, was uncertain if that ball was going to be caught or not. Nathan gave it a drive, but flies out to deep center for the first out of the 9th inning. And now Braxton Smith. Braxton gets an opportunity here with 1 on and 1 out in the 9th. He is 1 for 4. First pitch, strike. Emery's saves this season are against Charleston and Emory and Henry. The Emory and Henry save was in a 7-6 game on March 6th. 0-1 to Braxton Smith. High fastball outside, 1-1. It's a Tusculum team trying to snap out of another skid. They've lost 6 in a row. They've got multiple 4-game winning streaks, but they've also got multiple 5-game winning streaks this season. 1-1 to Braxton Smith is grounded to a diving Rector. He makes the play. Throw to first is not in time. An infield single for Braxton Smith. He hit it just enough in the hole. Rector made a diving effort, but his throw was late to Mason Johnson at first. Infield single for Braxton Smith is Carson-Newman's 10th hit, and the Eagles have the tying run at the plate, and it's a pinch hitter, Matt Bishop. Fantastic effort by Caden Rector at short. And now the best pinch hitter and bench player at the plate for Carson-Newman. He has been terrific this year as the freshman Matt Bishop. He tied the game yesterday with a base hit to left. What's he do today? First pitch fastball to him from Emory. 0-1. He represents the tying run, does Bishop. We said it yesterday, we'll say it again. Nobody on this Carson-Newman team has more hits off the bench than Matt Bishop. He's 6 for 10 off the bench. 0-1, breaking ball, a strike at the knees, and it's 0-2. He has 5 RBIs off the bench of the team's 18 this year. Bishop's behind, though. It's 0-2 on the freshman, who hits .367 this year at the plate. Emory pauses the pitch to Bishop, and Bishop pops it up in foul ground. Johnson is after it in foul ground. He runs and makes the catch. The runners stay put at first and second, and Soto Diaz and Smith. Johnson with a terrific play in foul ground. Over the shoulder catch for the second out. And with 2 away, here's Tanner Kilgore. He'll pinch hit for Carson-Newman in the 8th spot for Carson Cochran. Cooper Emery trying to close the door here for Tusculum in the ninth. 2 aboard for the Eagles. They've got a second chance to bat in a tie game, and the Eagles are requesting for time. Brendan Kroeb, Tanner Kilgore, the hitter, and the head coach of the Eagles, Tom Griffin, chatting things over here in foul ground. Sebastian Rodriguez has a bat. He is warming up the on-deck circle, so if Kilgore can extend this first game of the day, Rodriguez would get a pinch hit opportunity. Tanner Kilgore this year getting his 3rd pinch hit at bat. He's 0 for 2. He has missed a lot of this year. Has suffered through mono and now gets an opportunity and takes a strike, pinch hitting. This is his 10th appearance of the year. He had played in 8 of the first 12 games before then missing a month of the year before getting a couple at bats against D&H last weekend. 2 on, 2 out of the ninth. Eagles down 3 as Kilgore takes a high fastball for ball 1, 1-1. Emery facing his 4th batter, the pinch hitter Kilgore, hitting .261 this year with 5 RBI. 1 swing can tie it. A 1-1. Change up low, ball 2. Every pitch adds more intensity to this baseball game. If it goes Carson-Newman's way, if it's a ball, gives the Eagles an extra chance of hope here. 2 on, 2 out in a 3-run game. Kilgore batting, the 2-1, a swing and a foul ball back. And Tusculum a strike away from ending a 6-game skid and leveling this series at a game each. Two balls, 2 strikes. Cooper Emery trying to save the day for the Pioneers and get their 10th win of the year. The righty from Lakeland, Florida sets. He looks at Soto Diaz and pitches a 2-2 home, and Kilgore swings and misses. Tusculum's evened the series. Cooper Emery has his 3rd save of the year, and the Pioneers win 9-6. They score 4 unanswered runs in the 7th and 8th innings to level the series with Carson-Newman. Winning pitcher is Luke Macon. He gets his 1st win of the year. He improves to 1-0, while Cooper Emery gets his 3rd save. The game takes 2 hours and 48 minutes and finishes at 2 hours 46 minutes and finishes at 3:49 p.m. Carson-Newman's losing pitcher is going to be Harrison Shelton in this game. He was charged an earned run after allowing those bases to get loaded. Slivka gave up the hits that led to the runs, but it was Shelton that gets charged for him, and Harrison will suffer his 1st loss of the season. Final score 9-6 here in Game 1. Pioneers rally with the final 4 runs in the final 2 frames to win 9-6. Tusculum's 10-18, Carson-Newman's 15-12. The 2 teams continue the series in 30 minutes here from Pioneer Park on the Eagles Sports Network. We'll talk to you in 30 minutes. Tusculum wins the middle game of the series, 9-6. It sets us up with a rubber match coming in 30 minutes after this on the Eagles Sports Network.